trust me, come with a real. You here been the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money, money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back. Whatever Waits live on Sports.com.
What up, though?
Rax, young Chris, Nicholas, Koloff. Smash that like button.
Boys
Be
are
friend,
back
tell a
in
friend, share the
town.
stream. Yeah, got the full crew. We got
Justin
Justin, too. Because we got some Red Wings news. What?
No, yeah.
Oh,
You
you're
do
hyped
have
for him? We're
Justin.
hyped for the news. You're hyped for the news, all right?
It's
Eric
I don't know if
Carlson?
it's news. It's whispers. It's whispers. If you believe the whispers, then maybe. I would love. It's about Eric Carlson.
Yeah.
There are reports out there that the Red Wings are interested in Eric Carlson. Now, these reports don't really have a valid source just yet, but they're good reports to hear. And we talked about it on Woodward Wings. Shout out to a lot of you that watched our latest episode of Woodward Wings. But Brian Rust and Eric Carlson from the Penguins would be two guys that I think would solidify a lot of the problems with the Red Wings. They did a good job.
Both?
Yeah, you can get them both.
You think they're going to get them?
I think they should. I think they want to.
Because I only heard about Carlson.
Yeah. But go get Brian Rust, too.
You're just throwing, all right.
You need Brian Rust. You need Brian Rust more than you need Eric Carlson, I think.
Yeah.
For your offense to work next year, Marco Kasper's got to be your 2C, and that means you need somebody to fill in that first line. Brian Rust would be perfect.
Young man.
Just said, as we've talked about on Woodward Wings, I also like the angle of Eric Carlson being a mentor for ASP. They're both Swedish. They both are right-handed shots. No one better to teach an offensive defenseman than one of the best of all time in Eric Carlson, as of this generation, we'll say, maybe not all time. I also really love the fact that Brian Rust is a physical presence who can play in front of the net, which will be very beneficial for Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond. I think this is a slam dunk move. I don't think that it's going to take much because Pittsburgh has a ton of draft capital, the most draft picks over the next 2 seasons, first and second round. So you'd be giving up prospects, and prospects I am willing to give up to capitalize on some talent to help this team for the next 2 years.
I agree. And I look at Brian Rust, and I talked about I want a big asshole on that top 6 for the Red Wings. Like a big old asshole. He's not that big, but he's an asshole. He's about 6 foot. He's not like this huge physical opposing, but he is a tough guy. He plays tough. He hits. He back checks. He wins puck battles. He's going to be a net front presence, and that's exactly what you need. He's a playoff forward. You need more of those, and he can help teach Marco Kasper how to be more of an asshole. He can help teach Carter Mazer how to be more of an asshole. Eventually, Michael Brands-Nygaard as well. So, that is a guy I would invest in going forward because I think he could be in your top 6 for a while, and he really solidifies a lot of what you need. I really like how they solidified the back 6, the bottom 6, like with Appleton and with James Van Riemsdyk. Those were 2 good signings for your bottom 6, but now you need a guy in the top 6 really bad. I think if I could walk away with one thing, which I think you need both, but I would much rather have a top 6 forward.
I would agree with that. I think that the top 6 forward is integral. I think that you covered up slight defensive issues by bringing in John Gibson.
Yep.
And that's why I agree with you. I think that getting a forward into this top 6 that can score 30-plus goals on that first line and allow Dylan Larkin to take a step back, which will only increase his point totals because he doesn't have to carry as much as the offensive load, and that letting Lucas Raymond being the true playmaker that he is. So I think that line composition really meshes well, and I think, though, they're going to go for both. It seems like they're going to go for both.
I hope they go for both.
Steve Yzerman's press conference, he said, I would love to go after a top 6 forward and a top 4D. So that would be ideal. And there are lots of places where you can go and get guys off of high salaries with minimum retention and make moves that really help this team without having to mortgage a huge future.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's something that you can make happen. Do it.
Not close enough.
Do it.
She's not even looking right now.
Real quick, I can't wait to hear this breakdown on Woodward Wings. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you guys do. Putting up
and
massive
Woodward Tigers
numbers.
on the weekend.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I can't wait to hear the breakdown for this one. But I think bringing in a guy like Carlson would be so big because we think about Seider almost as a vet now. But the thing about Edvinson
so weird to
and think
hear.
about Johansson, it's like they need to learn from a guy that has won 3 Norris trophies, that is a 5-time All-Star. Like, Erik Karlsson can really help out these young, blue chip type prospects make that transition to becoming actual stars themselves at a young age. I think Karlsson would be the perfect fit to help that and help Seider take a little off of his plate where Karlsson can play that leadership role where Mo Seider doesn't have to as much and he can just focus on himself a little bit.
And I need people to temper expectations for sure if this does happen. Erik Karlsson is an absolute cone. He is not going to play any defense at all.
Better than Jeff Petrie.
Not really.
Oh!
Like, that's how bad he is.
Stop it!
But he is still an elite offensive defenseman, which makes up for it. He would automatically quarterback your power play. He would probably be on the second pair with Edvinson. And
I like the idea of moving Johansson to the first pair with Seider.
Yeah.
I think that is a very intriguing match where you have Johansson, a guy who's kind of trying to take a step into being more of a puck-moving defenseman.
Yes.
And putting him with a lockdown defenseman like Seider. I really like that pairing. I think that top 4 is close to pushing you into playoff contention with Karlsson and with Rust. I think you come out of being the 10th best team in the East, and you're now fighting for that 8th spot legitimately with the roster adds that we have.
I agree. I think if you bring these two guys in, I think I would expect playoffs. If you with the addition of Gibson, with the addition of Appleton and Van Riemsdyk to kind of figure out your bottom 6. If you add Rust and Karlsson, I would expect playoffs out of the Red Wings.
I would agree with that 100%, and it would also give you the ability to, if you want, to find a trade for a guy who it doesn't seem like he's going to re-sign with the team, and maybe they fall out of the race. I mean, Jordan Kyrou's name's out there, and there's some other high-end talent like Kyle Connor that people want.
What do you think you would have to do? What kind of package do you think you would have to put together to get these two guys? I think you're starting with Danielson. You're probably throwing Bergeron in there as well.
Bergeron was 100% going to be in the deal.
Yeah,
I can almost guarantee
That's the
that.
reason they re-signed him.
Yes.
He's going to be filler.
And then I think that Danielson.
Yeah.
And then
you think Wallander will get it done? I don't think he will. They're going to ask for ASP.
I think BM gets it done.
Okay. All right.
And then maybe a pick, just as a sweetener.
Little spice on
sweetener, because they're going to retain Karlsson's salary to hit the cap floor.
Maybe we can get Justin Hall out of there too. Here, take Justin Hall for money.
Well, because that technically would be that would be cap retain.
I can't even get myself too excited because that would be literally the perfect trade, and I know it's not going to happen. But we're positive.
Yeah, we're here, copium and all.
That's.
Pew.
At least we got a goalie now.
Did you guys talk about the salary? How they would retain some of it?
Yeah, it's $10 million this year, which is egregious for what he can now bring you as a player. But there's no way they wouldn't take more than it. I think my guess would be 7.5 is what you would pay him.
Yeah,
especially because we have the cap to do so.
You got the cap to eat a lot of it.
And then I would believe they would focus more on retaining the second year of his contract's cap. That is only a $7.5 deal on that year.
So if you could have Pittsburgh retain like $2 million or $3 million of it, then you got a real good deal in that second year.
Then you got a real good deal on that second year when you're also going to look to add in free agency when you have a ton of cap space. You have room to re-sign Edvinson. You have room to re-sign Casper. It just makes a lot of sense that you would be able to retain some portion of the salary and make it so that Karlsson is actually a good contract when it comes down to it with what he provides for you. Because even on the terrible Penguins, still put up a 55-plus points.
Yeah.
And we have the 4th best power play in the league, and I think you're adding some real talent there.
Adding by far the best guy on the blue line that you've had under Steve Yzerman. Probably, if you bring in Karlsson, he'd be your best point guard that you've ever had. And you talked about him kind of mentoring ASP when ASP gets here eventually. I think him mentoring Edvinson right now would also, you put him on that second line
100%.
with Edvinson, and obviously Edvinson has a lot of defensive prowess still, but he shows a lot more offensive potential than a guy like Mo Seider does. So you could have Erik Karlsson kind of show him how to unlock a little bit more of that game, and that could provide even more scoring from your blue line, which in 5-on-5, that little bit of extra oomph that puts you from being a good 5-on-5 team to a great 5-on-5 team is secondary scoring from your blue line. And if Evanston could provide some of that, that would be huge.
100%. And especially if you can get some quality time with ASP being acclimated to the NHL, if he's able to take these leaps that we believe either when he's in training camp to compete for a spot originally, or if he competes in the AHL for a little while and comes up midseason, because he will be up there at some point next year, you will have a plethora of solid options to put him with on the third pair if you need to, or you can find a way to rework the lineup to make it so that ASP can be comfortably acclimated into the lineup.
Yeah.
It just gives you flexibility, that's the biggest thing in an NHL roster, which we didn't have last year.
And it gives you something you need right now, which is scoring from your blue line.
100%.
And he is still, to this day, one of the best guys at getting points out of the blue line. Like last year, he was one of the best offensive defensemen in the league.
95 percentile offensive WAR.
He's cone defensively, though.
5 percentile defensive WAR.
Yeah.
But even though those are such wild spreads, he still had an 89% WAR last year because he's so good offensively. It makes up for his defensive liability.
Absolutely.
I'm looking at some of the comments from Trajan Langdon today too. We're covering that. We may or may not have a special guest. I'm not gonna say who. Hopefully that comes to fruition very soon here, if not today. Also, shout out to Trav. Found a website that you rank your quarterbacks, but they do it where it's like a versus almost.
Yeah.
They put each one up against one
and
at
then
random.
one pops up, and you say who wins, and then it goes away, and a new one pops up.
We'll be doing that live today.
Did you get that to Chris? I didn't tell Chris about that at all.
I sent it in Slack, and I think I put it in prep.
Yeah, you sent the link. I just didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah,
with
we're
it.
gonna.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
Open that up in.
Yeah,
and share the screen.
In stream.
Yep.
Also, Nate's got the top 10 defensive tackles in the National Football League.
I'm excited for this.
According to his, me too. I really did get super excited for this one.
I
According
mean,
to exact
it's
scouts
football,
and coaches.
Dude.
Couldn't come back and leave you guys hanging without something, to bring back for you.
Yeah, and like summertime, you may get sick of the list. I do too when it's a PFF list, a CBS list.
We're trying to connect
This is
with the
according
special
to-
guest too.
I said that.
100 feet.
High
You did say it already?
Yeah.
Oh. Shout out.
But
dude.
this list is NFL executives, NFL scouts, NFL coaches. Like, I value their opinion more than the guys at PFF and CBS. Just straight up.
Well, straight up, you guys are going to be interested in this list then, if that's how you perceive it.
Are we gonna
I did sneak one PFF list in.
Are we gonna do that first then? If we're so interested into it,
You guys might be
wanna
happy.
do
You
that?
guys
I'm
might
down.
be
I'm
crashing
kinda
out.
itching.
All right, yeah, let's do that. I'm really down for that
we're
one.
talking football. Are you ready for some football? Or should we
Shout
talk
out Justin
Tigers?
for coming through.
Should we talk Tigers first?
No, we can wait.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do? Let us know in the chat.
Because
Pistons.
All right, we'll make a poll
make a poll
Yeah.
throughout the break.
We'll do it because, dude, when we started talking football and stopped talking Tigers on BDE today, ratings went down.
Yeah, were they lame
Whoa!
football topics?
It was NFC North questions.
Were they, like, ones you've already answered.
No, like off of a new ranking of the skill position groups in the NFL.
Easy, are you doing the poll?
All right, we're going to
yes.
go to break. We're going to come
All
back. We're going to do a poll, vote on what you want to hear us talk about next. NFL defensive tackle ratings, the Detroit Tigers, or the Pistons. But first, let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody can get a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Are you a real Detroit sports fan? Woodward Sports is here to give you all the Detroit sports you can handle. Weekdays, make sure you're locked in on Wake Up Woodward from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Followed by Big D Energy with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty from 11 a.m. to 1. Up next, you can't miss Ermanni and Edwards with Maz from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finish the day out with the bad boys of Detroit sports media, the Woodward Heavyweights, from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, wait, that isn't enough for you, you sports freak? Check out Woodward Wings, Woodward Ringside, and the Lions Weekly Update every Sunday with Broder, Terry Foster, and Sean Baligian. Subscribe on YouTube for all our great content, and make sure you're following on all social media, X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You want sports? We got you covered. Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone. Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Massage Chair House.com is where you guys need to go to schedule your appointment with my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, the leader in massage chair review channels. Go check him on the interwebs or just scan the QR code. Go visit him in person if you guys would like at the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road in Bloomfield Hills. I know of personal NFL athletes that may frequent the store.
Yeah.
I can't say who.
Hall of Fame level.
Hall of Fame level athletes.
Multiple
that frequent
Super
the
Bowl
store.
champion.
That's how legit these massage chairs are. So make sure you go check it out.
Some
MassageChairHouse.com.
call him the greatest of all time.
Can't say the name. Don't say the name.
Can't say the name.
Don't
say the name.
Yeah, you're scaring me. Getting away too much.
Some call him Steven
Nah,
Adams.
whoa.
No, I'm just kidding.
Some come what?
Steven Adams.
Some
All right,
may have
chat.
placed a massive bet.
I fucked with you because I got excited for this defensive tackle rankings too.
Tigers. They want Tigers.
It's 36%. Oh,
I
just switched.
just voted for Tigers.
Hold on.
Dude, I haven't
Why
voted
would you
yet.
vote
Hold
for
on.
Tigers?
Because I want to talk Tigers.
You don't want to talk Tigers. They played the Rays.
They just won. The Rays are a good team.
Rays are a really good team.
Yeah, the Rays are in the wild card spot right now.
The Rays. Rays don't have a fucking stadium right now.
They don't, but they're still a good team.
They're homeless.
They are
the
homeless.
homeless Rays.
We're going to talk about the Tigers beating the homeless Rays.
That's crazy. All right, I'll give this poll because it's really close. 35-35 right now on my screen. What's it on yours? We'll give it to 520.
35,
coming
35.
back, 28%.
38.
Oh.
35.
35-35.
38. Wow, this is close.
Chat, this is getting intense.
This is neck and neck.
Daryl
second
Slaughter,
deck.
Rays are good.
The Rays
Steve-O
are.
baby, I want to effing talk about the Tigers, damn
There
it.
you go, Steve-O. Vote on your burners. Everybody vote for the Tigers.
Vote for the Lions.
Vote
It's
for
not
the
even the
Pistons.
Lions. It's just football.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't let them sway you. See, that's politician speak. It's
I want to know if the Lions are in it.
Oh, defensive tackle ratings taking the lead.
Oh, snap.
Oh, they took a 2-point lead. Oh, it might be over.
I feel like I said 2 minutes ago. Still 5:18. That's crazy.
Eazy just voted for all of his fucking burners.
I'm sitting here looking at the screen. I'm on camera.
There it goes.
All right, yeah. Football guys came in.
Damn it.
Damn. It just keeps going up.
Yeah.
It might even fall in third place. It fell in third place.
Yeah,
Nobody want to talk Tigers, Rays, man. I'm telling you.
Pistons.
Disappointed.
27-27.
Number one team in baseball.
What are we going to say? They did really good?
They won. Levesque looked
Go
good.
Pistons, baby.
All right.
Zach McKinstry and Colt Keith. Colt Keith heating up. Love to see that. Zach McKinstry.
We're going to do a
another
segment
bomb.
out. Just hush.
All right.
All right, hush.
Don't let Colt get hot.
Don't let Colt get hot. Could be the best offense in baseball.
All right, give it to 520. It's 5:19. 5,
Yeah, it's over.
4.
We lost.
3, 2,
Fucking communism won. Congratulations.
1. Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, the NFL.
Football is the American sport.
Yeah, but the NFL is communist.
You say they're all communists.
Yeah, the NBA is definitely the most communist.
And MLB actually has the most communists in it.
Do you know that?
Yeah. They come from communist countries.
I mean, China or Japan isn't a communist country.
No. Well, Dominican. Cuban.
I don't know if those are.
Is the
Cuba
Dominican?
is there? Are they still? Whatever. Let's talk about football, dude.
Let's talk politics.
Are you ready for some football?
Sunday night party.
All right.
This is a little around the NFL heavyweight huddle for you. And here we go, boys. All right, we have 21 total defensive tackles. We're not going to go through the whole list, but we have 15 that are named. We have a top 10, 5 in honorable mention. Do you guys believe that Ali McNeil and DJ Reader made this list.
I
That's
think
why
Ali
I think I'm
McNeil did
so.
for sure.
That's why I'm so excited about this list because he's got to be on there.
Well,
yes.
also I could see
But
that him
where?
not making it because of the injuries.
Yeah, what's
Where,
the
like,
specifications?
If it
Like
was half a season list,
the
then
best guys right now or best guys they're projecting on the season?
it's right now.
Say.
Top 10 players right now.
Okay.
Okay,
I think
so
top
Ali
10.
can make that. No, I don't
It's
think Ali
top
can
10, 5 honorable mentions, 6 receiving votes.
Okay. All right. I don't think Lee McNeil made the top 10.
I don't think Ali McNeil made the top 10 either.
Well,
We'll
let's go
find
through
out.
it.
Number
what-
one,
Number-
I'm going Dexter Lawrence. Spinny, your turn.
Number 1, Chris Jones.
Yeah, I will say before we're gonna go through the top 10. We've done 2 of these lists in the past. You guys smashed it out of the park.
We did. That
Did
was
a little
pretty
bit
cool.
worse with the secondary, but
Yeah.
I think it was the offensive. I forget which one. You guys
think we just
absolutely
did
killed
one.
it. You guys got 9 out of 10.
Defensive end.
Defensive end, you
Yes.
guys got
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
All right.
So here we go with the defensive tackles, the heavyweights. No heavies, and that's why Eazy just started with
Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's got to be number one.
the number 1 player on this list
Yo.
is Dexter Lawrence.
Dog.
Chris Jones.
That defensive line's gonna
Oh!
be crazy next year.
Boys starting hot. Got the first 2 off
First 2.
rip. Dexter
Okay.
Lawrence 1, Chris Jones 2.
I'm gonna go. It's between two. It's between.
I don't know
Don't
if they
say both of
consider
them.
the guy.
You know, I'm just gonna say my guy, Jalen Carter,
Oh!
number 3.
Stop it, Chris. Did they look at the list?
They must.
He's number 3.
Jalen Carter comes in at
Yeah.
number 3 on this list, and I actually think that you guys may have peaked.
No, I really didn't.
I did not.
Those are the 3 best defensive tackles in the
Yeah,
National Football
for
League, in my
sure.
opinion, right now.
I
I actually saw a stat the other day. Granted, I believe it was PFF. War-wise, Jalen Carter's number 1 for defensive players.
For war, they have a war.
Yes, I don't know what platform that was. It might have been PFF.
All right, well, you guys smashed the first 3.
Do they count
Lawrence, Chris
Matabuki as a
Jones,
tackle?
Jalen
Yes, they do.
Carter.
Okay, then Justin Matabuki.
He's like 7.
Okay, Eazy for sure saw the list.
Are you
Matabuke
serious?
comes in at number 7
Whoa!
on the top list.
Dude, I'm fucking nice, son. All right, number 4 is Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Jeffrey
guy
Simmons.
actually saw the list.
Are you fucking kidding me? Do I know my heavies,
Yeah,
baby?
yeah.
All right,
All right, it's
actually-
fucking awesome.
All right.
All right, you definitely saw
You think?
the list. One second.
I was
one
thinking
second.
Derek Brown.
1 second.
Maybe.
Redo
That's not.
memory.
That's not.
No.
I'm not submitting
top
that
10.
yet.
Okay, 1
Christian Wilkins,
second.
maybe.
Okay, what?
You guys have knocked out the top 4, and number 7 was
Dude,
Matabuke.
I'm on fucking fire
Jeffrey
right now.
Simmons was 4, Carter 3, Jones 2, Lawrence 1.
President
You guys have
Carter.
5, 6, 8, 9, 10. I am not gonna get into the honorable mentions until we get there.
Okay.
Do
You guys need to get the top 10.
All right.
So we need number 5 right now.
Think Christian Wilkins?
Did he play last year?
Maybe Deron Payne.
Number 5. I feel like they want to be 5.
I feel like Christian Wilkins is on the list.
I feel like Leonard Williams is on there.
Leonard Williams is on there for
Like
sure.
10
He
or
has
something.
to be, right?
Oh, probably not.
Leonard Williams.
He's
Is
not.
this your final pick?
I don't know, dude.
Leonard Williams comes in at number 6.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Yeah.
All right. We're
Number
one off.
6. So you
He had
guys
a
have
great
knocked
year
out
last year.
1, 2, 3,
He's really
4,
good.
6, and 7.
No 5.
Missing 5, 8, 9,
I think-
and
Yeah, I said Matabuke
10.
7. He kind of fell off last year. I
Yeah,
don't
he
know,
did. I think
Got that
they
money.
got to put the big fella in there, right?
You guys, what? Easy's turn to guess.
Vita
Jordan
Vita
Davis.
Vea.
Oh, Vita Vea's on there for sure.
Yeah.
He's got to be on there.
Is
Like
that
8
your
probably,
pick?
But
Vita
he should be
Vea.
higher.
You want,
Is
yeah.
that your
He should be
pick?
5, honestly.
He should be 5.
Vita
He probably
Vea.
is 5.
Yeah, he probably is 5.
Coming
He's a
in
ball
at
knowers.
number 9.
Wow.
Vita Vea of the Tampa Bay Bucks. We know Olsen in the chat is loving that.
Yeah. No,
Respect
Vita
for
No,
Vea's
his
a
Olsen's
monster,
pissed.
dude.
Olsen wants him number 1.
Probably,
Did
yeah.
Christian Wilkins-
Never
did
good
Christian
enough.
Wilkins have a good year last
Once
year?
I get it's your pick though, Spenny.
I think I hurt or something. We can look at a stat. We can look at stats, right?
Can we look up
Can you pull up
stats? I'm looking up stats.
Yes, just don't look
Alright.
up news, I guess.
Kristen Wilkins stats.
Don't do any news. All right, we're looking for number 5, number 8,
Oh, we only
and
have 2
number 10 here.
All right, so
Wait.
I'll
number
go
5, 8, and 10.
5, 8, and 10. Should we give him any hints there, Chris?
No.
Let's
Play
not.
last year,
No,
but he was
Easy
a
looked
Pro
at the
Bowl.
list. Yeah.
Did anybody
Easy
on the
definitely
list
did
not
look at
play
the list.
last year?
I'll say we. No, I mean, I think they're good.
No.
I mean,
This is
I'm
tough.
not
This is
studying
tough.
every
Getting
single one
tough.
of these other teams, but I think we're good. They
do
are
you
all
think-
they are all names that
You think?
are
Cameron
big
Hayward.
names.
I was gonna say, you think Hayward's still on the
He
list?
might be 5.
Yeah.
He had a really good year.
Cam Hayward.
Cam
Hayward.
Hayward.
If I'm
First one you guys got right at number 10. Okay.
Number 10?
Cam Hayward comes in at number 10. You guys are missing a big one on
big
this
one.
list. Who
Big
is at number 5?
Literally a big one.
No, just a big name.
Can we
Yeah.
look at the chat?
big name.
Oh.
Phone a friend.
No. Does Kobe Turner count as defensive tackle or no?
I
Byron
don't think
Young
he'd be
is he
number
defensive
5.
tackle?
It's a
So,
big name.
Big name.
Big name?
Big name. Yeah.
Duh.
No.
Is he any commercials?
We already said
He
Matabuki.
he went.
Is the dude from the other guy from Philly? Is it the other guy from Philly?
Is this officially a guess?
Go ahead. I don't want to
Williams, right? What's his name?
Jordan Davis. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh,
Oh, you're talking about the Williams
I'm talking
kid.
about the guy that from Philly that got signed. The guy that balled in this.
No, that's a bad contract. But I mean, yeah, you can say it.
It's not gonna be Hargrave. It's not gonna be.
No. Hargrave is
Missing a
banged up.
big
Let's see
name.
if chat has said anything about this
Can
guy.
we look at the chat? I haven't been looking.
No, I'm gonna see if they said
Okay.
anything
All
about
right.
A big name.
Best defensive tackles in the National Football League.
best DTs.
Rashawn Gary's not a defensive tackle, right?
This
I don't
team
know
got
what they count him as.
Yeah, he's like everywhere.
Who on the 40? Do the
Can you?
49ers?
Because we're unsure of Rashawn Gary because he's everywhere. Can you just?
He is officially not a defensive
Okay.
tackle.
okay. Do wait. Who on the 40? Who the 49ers got?
Let's think about it.
I think they had Hargrave, right?
They had Hargrave.
All right, Shag.
Oh! The kid from the Jets.
Oh yeah, Quinn Williams. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Quinn Williams.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a big name of a team that's always overrated.
They
I know,
sucked last
I know
year.
Easy,
They
your buddy,
And he really didn't have
loves
that good of a
himself
year.
some Jets.
My boy Abe.
Loves the overhype.
Yeah.
He loved the Aaron Rodgers experience.
Shout out, guy Abe.
Shout out Abe.
Shout out Abe.
If he's watching, I know
Yeah, I
he'll
think
love
everyone's
the
kind of wrong on
Jets.
that. Maybe except for you.
Yeah, I was not buying into
Yeah,
that.
you were
bullshit.
against it.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
he did not buy into the hype.
Yeah, but you hate Rodgers.
He bought into
So
Terry.
you didn't count it.
Yeah.
These next ones are gonna be actually really,
All right.
really hard.
So what do we need? We just need.
You guys
8?
need 8.
Can you tell us the division?
No, but I'll say he's been traded.
He's been
Oh,
traded.
Wilkins. Or
No,
was-
not
no.
yeah. I mean
Like
that
the
would
off- in the
where you
offseason?
could cheer- No, he has been traded in the past.
Oh.
That is it, Chris. Is that too far?
He has been.
That's
traded.
all they get.
All they get.
Who's on the Durs?
Mm,
Jared or
Isn't it
Jonathan
Payne?
Allen?
yeah.
Isn't it that Payne guy?
Yeah.
You think it's him?
I don't
It's
know.
it's yours. It's your.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
No, I said the kid from the Jets.
Yeah, but that was my turn.
No, it would be your turn.
It is my turn.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys got one wrong.
I thought did he get Cam Hayward and then I got Quentin John? I don't know.
I don't know. You guys are
Well,
doing
we're
great.
kinda
You guys
doing-
need one more.
we
We're doing
didn't
this one
cash in
together.
Cam Hayward.
Yeah, we
He
did.
hasn't been traded.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did.
He's 10.
Yeah, you guys got
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10.
Harrison Phillips, maybe.
I don't think we.
Was he traded?
What number is this? 8.
This is
This
8.
is number 8, the 8th
I think
best
it's
defensive
I think it's Harrison
tackle
Phillips
in
or I think it's John
football.
Allen.
All right, let's try John Allen. Was he traded or signed? I think he's traded.
I think he was traded.
It's not it.
No.
Fellas, he is nowhere on this list. That is a little sad. I do not believe he was traded either. I thought he was signed.
Is it Harrison Phillips?
It is not Harrison Phillips. I believe he is considered an end.
No, he's definitely.
This
a defensive tackle.
fella
He's not
got
top
traded from the San Francisco 49ers
Hargrave?
for a first-round pick in the past to the Indianapolis Colts, and his name
Oh,
is
DeForest Buckner.
DeForest Buckner.
Yeah,
great
that's an L.
defensive tackle.
That's
He's
yeah.
a guy easy to forget in Indianapolis, though, so I
That's
give
fair.
cut you guys a little bit of
Fuck,
slack
yeah.
for that.
Yeah,
So Ali
appreciate
McNeil has not made the top 10.
Not mad.
Check it out if he made the honorable mention.
Yeah, who made the honorable mentions?
Tell you in a sec.
All right.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
Tell us
let's
about
go to
Feldman
break.
Chevrolet.
Tell us about Feldman.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer with 5 locations in Novi, Highland, New
Almost.
Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing. Get a 2025 Silverado 1500 crew lease for just $149 per month. And you can also get a 2026 Equinox LT lease for only $209 a month. Go check out Feldman Chevrolet today.
No one gives away more more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. The bad boys of Detroit sports media are here. We won't back down. We are Woodward Sports, Detroit's #1 sports network.
ShopJars.com is a website you guys need to go right now if you want to enjoy the heavyweights at the same levels of heavyweights. They got the top shelf quality, unmatched variety price for
fair.
you, the people. ShopJars.com, 27 locations. One's coming to Madison Heights, Grand Rapids, and Milan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not like have you seen Mac and Devin?
No.
The Wiz Khalifa and I know Nick's seen
Oh,
it.
yeah.
How'd you know?
That's Nick's,
Guys,
that's Nick's high
probably, I
school.
feel like this is your jam. You got to be high to watch that movie. Like, if you watch it sober, you can't. So, I don't think we're Mac and Devin. I think we're like Pineapple Express. Like,
I'm
it's
cool with
still
that.
great when you watch it sober, but if you really want to enjoy it, you watch it high.
Yeah, I'm mad at that.
It's a great analogy.
Pineapple Express, great movie, by the way. Dude, when he puts his fucking hands in the food.
So we got
Food's still warm. Dude, that's one of my favorite scenes in any movie ever. He just shoves his hand into the mashed potatoes and the stuffing. Food's still warm. Dude.
All right, we're doing the top 20 or top 20. How many guys?
Big
did
sexy with glasses.
Top 10, 5 honorable mentions, 6
fuck
others receiving votes.
Oh, so they only did 10.
They did their top 10. Yeah, and then kind of did the bottom 10 as well. Or 11.
Did they? Yeah, okay.
All right, let's
So-
hear the honorable mentions.
Did Aleem McNeil make the cut?
Do you guys believe Aleem did?
I think
No.
he got votes.
He may have gotten votes. I think, nah.
So in the honorable mentions, 2 guys that you guys mentioned in
Harrison
the top
Phillips.
10. Harrison Phillips isn't a defensive tackle, I don't think.
You just want these white defensive tackles?
He's definitely a defensive tackle, right?
No, he is a defensive tackle,
Yeah.
yes.
No, he's not. Well,
Yeah,
he,
he's
well,
a
he
big,
ain't on
fat
the,
white dude.
he ain't on the list anyway.
No, yeah, he's
Good,
not top
bro.
All right, honorable mention. You guys mentioned him.
my face.
Christian Wilkins.
Look like you got fucked up with a coffee pot.
Christian Watkins did make the top.
Christian
McDonald
Wilkins is on the honorable mention. Do you guys? I'm gonna ask you just straight up for all of these. Do you guys think Aleem McNeil's a better player than Christian Wilkins?
When
He
healthy,
has more
yeah,
to prove.
But,
I
mean,
would take him probably right now, yes.
Aleem's got to stay healthy, dude. He's
Christian,
better than a lot of these guys if he stays healthy.
Christian Wilkins is very like sack dependent. It feels like. A lot
Yeah,
of
he
times.
did not have a good year last year.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
I don't think he stayed healthy either.
Would you guys rather have?
Healthy Aleem McNeil, yes, I'm taking him over Christian Wilkins.
I feel like, I think I'm taking Wilkins. But Derek Brown, you guys also mentioned, is also on this
Didn't
list
play a
in
game
an
last
honorable
year.
mention.
Didn't play a game last year. He was a Pro Bowler 2 years ago. Or he played like one game last year. But he was a Pro Bowler 2 years ago. Same kind of like. That's what a lot of these guys is. If they can stay healthy, they're good. But they can't. Phillips isn't even considered a DE in our team, says Brennan.
No, he's defensive tackle.
No, he's a
for
defensive
sure.
tackle.
Yeah. Nick thought he was defensive end.
Who am I thinking of? On the Dolphins?
Phillips, yeah.
Harrison
Yeah.
Phillips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harris
Okay,
Phillips,
my
the
bad.
fat dude on
Not
the
Harris
Vikings.
Phillips, but yeah, big
Okay,
fat white
gotcha.
guy.
He used to play for the Niners, so
Talk about a big fat white guy coming in at number 3 here, Zach Allen.
Yes, he's a dog.
Yeah,
last
he's
year.
very. He should be higher.
He had
Honestly.
8.5 sacks as defensive tackle.
Yeah,
He should.
he should be higher on that
Yeah, he
list.
should be. Well, honorable mentions, I guess, but yeah.
It's an honorable mention, and we're going back to Miami. Well, we're going there for the first time. Zach Seiler, Miami Dolphins.
I think he's a Michigan man. Not that he went to Michigan, but
Yeah.
he's from Michigan.
He's from Michigan.
Really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
He fucked us up.
Good
had a
player.
great game
Yeah,
against
he's a good
Detroit
player,
Lions
man.
2 years ago.
You now understand why they were so comfortable moving on from Christian Wilkins, because they had a guy waiting
Yeah.
in the wings like that. So
Oh, I think it would have been nice to have the two of them like together.
for sure.
It's kind of crazy Derek Brown made that list though.
Yeah,
I ain't
he
gonna
didn't. He literally. I think he played one game last
He
year.
did play one game last year. It's like if it's the best right now, which I guess you could say the same about Aleem if he's not on this at all. It's like, who are you back from injury? You
Yeah,
know?
it's true.
And that's fair to say about Derek Brown. If I'm making that argument for him, I got to do the same argument.
Shout
for
out,
him.
gun guy. Take your pants off.
Shout out.
Who's
Shout
next?
out. This is the young buck. We've seen him a lot in his first 2 seasons. LA Rams defensive tackle.
Yeah, Kobe
Kobe
Turner.
Turner.
Kobe Turner's good.
They
I
have a
like
good
Kobe
defensive
Turner.
line.
They have a really
Yeah,
good defensive
Really
line.
good defensive line.
Fisk,
I hate
Turner, Young,
Mm-hmm.
obviously
Verse.
Yeah, dude. They got a
Like,
lot
they-
of good
they
young players.
Fit well too.
They fit well.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
The Rams
They got to get better at stopping the run.
are a good organization.
They miss Bobby Wagner. If they had Bobby Wagner, they would have an elite defense.
Yeah, I think he's back with Seattle. Oh no, he's at the
Washington.
Commanders. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
back
He
with
had a good
Dan
year
Quinn.
last year too.
His boy.
Yeah.
Him and Dan Quinn are boys, dude.
He's just still balling though. It's
Bobby
crazy.
Wagner
Bobby
is one of the
Wagner
best
is
linebackers in the history of the
of all
NFL.
time. Yes.
That's why when he was on the market, I would have taken a
I
chance. I didn't
lo-
care that we had linebackers in our room. I think
Absolutely.
it's a guy you add at any question, and we didn't do so.
Absolutely.
So are you
Bobby
ready-
Wagner's so good.
Bobby Wagner or Patrick Willis?
Dude, that's tough.
I'm giving it to Bobby Wagner because he won it all.
I'd give it to Bobby too, but I love
Patrick
Patrick
Willis was a dog.
Patrick Willis is one of my favorite players ever.
Mine too.
Who
was the other guy? Navarro Bowman.
Navarro
Remember
Bowman
that?
was
Oh,
a dog. Dude, that's why I like
two
the
of them together
49ers.
should have been illegal.
Alden Smith and Justin Smith too.
Yup.
They
Yeah.
had squad.
Dude, Alden Smith was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I used to play with that team in Madden all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
That was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
What a fucking great defensive line they had.
Yeah,
Great
that's
defense
Super,
overall.
super fun. All right, fellas, that was the honorable mention. Aleem McNeil
No
did
Aleem McNeil.
not make it, but this is the others receiving or also receiving votes. Starting out in Green Bay with Kenny Clark.
Yeah, Kenny Clark's good. I could see him getting votes.
Yeah.
We got Aleem second at also receiving votes. Aleem McNeil.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions.
This
It's
is
just
what?
them
This is
two?
what now?
Also receiving votes.
Okay,
So
okay.
Aleem was second on this list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it, dude.
When we had the conversation about the defensive lines between the Viking situation now and ours, I was like, lean.
Ours.
I was like, you kind of want to lean to become the peak versions of Jonathan Allen and Hargrave.
Yes.
And so he's got more to prove. I think if
he's
you're-
just got to stay healthy. I think he's proven that he can be a difference maker in this league, and he can be a
I think
pass
I think
rusher.
he's got to string some together though. He has one, and then he has like two. It's like a regular game. Didn't have a really good game.
You know, if you
Just
play
two
a whole
normal
season,
games.
then you have 8-9 good games. I think that makes you a very good tackle.
Now these just got to string them together to get the respect out of these guys. 'Cause
Yeah.
these are exec scouts and coaches who are game planning against the guy.
Got to stay healthy. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy is number one. But
Drink
again,
your meat.
also
Drink your milk.
string them together. Like be consistent with it.
And I felt so bad when Aleem got hurt.
It was
He was so pissed off, dude, because you know how much he fought to get back, and how much he changed his body, all the rehab he was probably already doing, just for it to happen again like that, bro.
I mean, worse injury too.
Yeah.
I mean, you met him, Nick. He's in good spirits. I'm not really tripping
Yeah,
off
no,
that
ACL is
stuff, but
nothing nowadays, dude.
As a fan of the team and how competitive the schedule is, you're going
You're gonna miss him, but he's gonna come back. He's gonna be fine.
It won't be
ACL,
till like
he can
December,
recover
you
from.
know.
Yeah, it's just gonna take a little while.
And I don't even have official news on that. It's just like when I heard Malcolm not coming back until November, and he was injured sooner. or-
Yep. Yeah, a couple
Beans
weeks
gonna take a
before.
little later. And he's a heavier guy too. I got to sneeze him. We'll come
Yep.
All right.
Bless you.
All right, fellas. Also on this list, I'm going to ask
Bless
you
you.
guys if any of these guys are better than Aleem McNeil, if you would rather have him on the
Okay.
Detroit
I
Lions.
don't like this.
Kalijah Cansey, the second Tampa Bay Buck. I do like Cansey's game a lot. I think he's a game wrecker in the middle.
I'd rather
I
have
don't-
Aleem McNeil.
I'd
Yeah,
rather
when
have
healthy,
Aleem
I would
McNeil.
as well.
I
I
think
want
he can
that
do
too.
everything that Elijah Cansey does and more.
Yeah, he's a little bit better in the. He's not a little bit,
But
a lot
again-
better in the run game. You can't play Kalijah Cansey without Vita Vea on the field.
No.
He is kind of strictly like a pass rushing defensive tackle. At
Yeah,
this moment.
Aleem does a little bit more.
Very
but
good when healthy, by the way.
Stay fucking healthy. And I'd take Aleem over a lot of guys if he could stay healthy.
Who else?
Yeah, same here, but it's all about him staying healthy. We have Washington Commander Daron Payne.
At this
He is pretty
stage,
good.
He is pretty good.
I would take Aleem McNeil. Am I
Are
crazy?
you
for
guys
that?
being a little homers?
I think
I think Smitty
if you're telling me they're both going to be healthy for a season, I'd probably take Payne.
Yeah. If you guaranteed health, Payne.
Yeah.
Payne
Again,
got
I know
11 and a
I
half
hate to
sacks
keep
in
saying
2022.
it,
But
but
it's irregular for a defensive tackle to get. You know.
that was his contract year.
All right, we also had Buffalo Bill Ed Oliver.
No, I'm taking Aleem over Ed Oliver.
There's one more name on this list. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Why?
If anybody watching this show knows who tries not to be a homer, it's me. I think I'm taking Aleem McNeil.
I don't think we've talked about Ed Oliver before. He is
Yeah, I remember he's going to be a free agent or something like 2 years ago.
not like he's not better than Aleem. No.
Yeah, no. I would take Aleem.
And to end
Aleem's
this,
flash special. You
yeah,
know?
for real, he's flash game changer.
Yeah. And which Daron Payne has too. So, I mean, that probably the one I might go back on, but so far Aleem's.
And then we have Dallas Cowboy Osa Odehizawu.
I just got put onto this guy, so I'm not as familiar with this game with the rest of the list, if I'm being quite honest with you. He also may be a guy that benefits from playing alongside Micah Parsons as well. But this is off of ignorance. I'm going to Aleem.
I'm taking
He
Aleem,
could
too.
be a better player. I don't know yet. And it's not anything against him. I'm not familiar.
I'm
with
taking
him.
Aleem. I've seen what Aleem could do when he's healthy. He could again, I hate to be a broken record, but that's literally all it is. Like, they paid him because he's that talented. And
I
he
say it all
is.
the time too.
He's
Like,
an upper echelon defensive tackle in the league. You just gotta stay healthy, dude. He plays. You gotta play more than 10 games in a season.
Yeah, and
You have to.
I think he's gonna perform more consistently too. I think it's more than just being healthy to be the upper echelon. But these guys, I'm perfectly fine taking Aleem McNeil over.
yeah, to get into that top 10, I'm with you guys. I think just a little bit more consistent week in and week out,
feel like
and
with
I
Aleem,
feel
it's-
like it is a half health. Yeah.
Every time he fucking starts to catch it, every time he starts to string some games together, boom, he goes down and he misses 3 or 4 games. And then you come back and you got to kickstart it again, and then boom, he's down for the year. And that's what happened the past 2 years.
The thing with him for me is I want to see the consistency of it because I've seen games. Dallas last year, phenomenal.
New
I
York.
mean, he's Hutch. They got hurt on him sack. No, it was Hutch sack actually.
Hutch
but
was-
I think Aleem had like 2 sacks in that game.
Yeah.
The Raiders game 2 years ago, the Giants game the year before that. Like he can have those games. I just need to see more than one of them a year. You know,
That's fair. That's fair.
because I know he can do it, and I just feel like he also hasn't been healthy enough to prove that he can have more than one of those a year.
Yeah.
So
Got to do it more consistently. And having Aiden Hutchinson back will help that for sure.
DJ Reader's gonna help that. I mean, he was phenomenal. I mean, he was good
Tyleek
last-
Williams is another guy that
Yeah, I almost damn near forgot we had him.
Was gonna ask with the runway. I mean, Aleem obviously he's injured,
J5 said.
and I got a question to ask you guys about Tyleek after Chris plays this quick video.
Shit.
No, I think the Tigers are balling. They're hooping out there. I love to see great baseball. That's why I'm here today. So,
Hey, I gotta ask how's the leg feeling? How's the injury going?
leg's feeling good. I've been getting real strong right now. I'm doing a lot of work with the Lions. Obviously, I'm back, but legs are getting strong. It's gonna be better than before.
Everyone in Detroit's looking forward to seeing you again. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
He's gonna be better than before, fellas.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we thinking?
Yeah, the
Aleem-
ACL
He's in good spirits in that video.
I'm not worried about an ACL injury of him coming back. Like, it's an ACL. That's child's play nowadays for these NFL doctors. So, no, he's going to be fine from that. It's just going to take a while, and that's what sucks. So, hopefully he comes back better than ever. Congratulations. And I think that, you got to have some people hold down the fort for him until he returns.
And that's why you draft Tyleek Williams. I mean, that's probably not specifically why you drafted him, but he's going to hold that. That's what he's going to do for you. Or maybe it's Levi. I mean, Camp will decide that
And it's good,
next week.
Aleem McNeil, very talented baseball player in his own right, so it's cool to see him out of Comerica.
It's cool to see that he's like able to go out and about.
Yeah.
He's not in a fucking scooter. Was he in a scooter or was he walking?
He was walking, right?
He was walking.
Yeah, that's great.
Probably got a boot, maybe a little brace, something. ACLs are nothing anymore, dude. They're literally nothing.
Did he have a brace?
I think it was a boot.
Boot?
It's probably a boot. Probably both.
Yeah.
Boot and a brace.
Boot and a brace.
Boot and a bump.
Do you guys think Ty Lee could sneak his way onto receiving votes or honorable mention or even top 10 with the runway of Aleem McNeil being injured, deep into the season?
Not year one, no.
I'll let Spinny go first in that one.
No, not year one. I don't think he's going to sneak into top 10 consideration. I don't think he'll receive votes for top 10. No, I think he'll be good. I think he's going to have to learn quick, but I don't know if his pass rushing will be as developed as he needs it to be getting top 10 votes his rookie year. No.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't really have much more to add to that one. Like I am unsure of this guy myself. I think he'd be a great run.
I think he's going to be a good player. I just don't think, like I said, year one, that's asking a lot.
Yeah, I get it. I don't think.
Breaking news.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Is it your
too.
Wisconsin guy?
This is not a Wisconsin guy. Jokic is not signing his extension this summer.
Whoa. Wow.
Trouble in paradise?
I mean,
the owner said, I don't want to have to trade 15. What the fuck do you mean trade 15? If you're considering trading 15, something's either really wrong with him or something really wrong with you.
Is Jokic going to end up in New York?
Like a Melo?
I mean,
no. Why would he go to New York?
Because it's
the last place
it's one of the biggest basketball cities in the world, and it would be what the league would want.
He doesn't care about the world. This guy has horses.
Adam Silver does.
No,
and if Adam Silver says he's not signing with Denver, let's go get it. That's literally what they just did with Luka. What do you mean?
Can't
New York
control
is not
Jokic.
that.
He leaves the country the second basketball is over. You cannot control that man. You think
No, but
that guy
putting
would
him in New
exist
York, you could control
Where's
that.
the farms?
New York ain't that.
Yeah.
There's farms in New York.
Or Utah?
There's farms in New York. There's a lot. There's a lot of farmland in New York, dude.
All right,
Yeah.
put me up.
Michigan?
There's farms in New York. There's
I
farms
just
in
feel
No,
like
honestly,
Bring
guys,
Jokic to Detroit. Jokic and Cade.
It took you this long to get here. God damn it, guys! You guys brought up New York. You guys brought up everywhere. You're supposed to bring up Detroit first and foremost.
Well, realistically, where would he go?
But
Utah.
So realistically,
Utah.
though, he
would love
gets
Utah.
$80 million
Multiple
more if he signs the contract next summer.
Oh.
So that's probably the reason.
Damn it, Chris.
But
You're a piece of shit.
You're such.
I just want to
barely
get
the
going.
lead.
I know.
Dude's clickbaiting us on our own shit.
I know, dude. I appreciate the creativity with that one.
No, that was good.
That was
Yeah.
good play by you. But you're a
Motherfucker.
piece of shit.
New York does
You
have
guys-
great horse racing, Cody Ingle.
Do they really?
Yeah, dude. What? The Islanders Arena is right next to a horse racing place.
Why do you know that?
Because Neil talks shit about it all the time.
Oh.
Calls it a plastic arena in the parking lot of a horse racing track. It's pretty funny.
Honestly, though, a Cade Jokic 2-man, though. We got to see that once, even if it's like an all-star game.
He's going to go to LA and play with Luka, dude.
Oh, God, that's so annoying.
Luka and Jokic. That would make my dad so happy.
It would be over
That's
for
all my
America.
dad talks about. I just want to see him play with Jokic.
I honestly think they would just party too much and just drink
You
themselves
think
out
so?
of the league. Yeah.
They're just-
They drink themselves out of the league. 2 MVP candidates just gone because shut up.
yeah,
Eazy.
just hey.
Ripping darts,
All right,
drinking beers.
let's go to break. Jokic isn't going anywhere. He's just,
Luka's
Miami. I could see.
Luka's actually like a top 500 Overwatch player or something like that. It's ridiculous.
I believe it.
He's like that's all.
Yeah,
he
who
does.
does he use? Doesn't he use Roadhog? I used to use Roadhog in Overwatch, so me and Luka got some things in common. But let me tell you about Loom. Loom Cannabis. They got the drink for the summer, the buzzing drinks. They're 7.5 milligrams of THC in a can. Whether you're at the beach, whether you're at the golf course, whether you're by a bonfire, these are perfect for summer activities. Go to Loom.com to place your order and see their massive inventory. Use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off. It's Loom Cannabis.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. They've got deals for everybody. Everybody in the club get a GMC. Make sure you tap in a 2025 Envision, $259 per month. 2025 Hummer EV SUV, $699 per month. Or a 2025 Sierra Double Cab Elevation, $169 per month. It's Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. Les Stanford. Together. Let's ride. Dude fucking said he's taking an allergy pill. It must be a big-ass pill, Eazy. Taking that bitch the other way. But I appreciate you guys tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. He is Justin hopping in real quick for
Dude
Eazy.
saw the chair. What was that episode at The Office? Oh, where Nelly just like takes it because because it's
It's
open
one is
there.
in the chair right now. Yeah, Easy's back. He got done shoving a pill up his butt. But
Come here.
we're he had to get his vaccination for Lake AIDS. Yeah, we are done with that. Yeah, what do you got to do? It's like Three Stooges over here. Wah.
If Noah was here,
Dude, have you seen the oil farming kid on the boat?
no.
You ever seen? Oh, dude. No, I don't hard. Oh, dude, this desk is kind of sketchy.
What?
Yellow, black. You haven't
up?
seen that? Oh,
No.
dude, you should watch that.
I don't.
Dante
Social.
151 says, "Hey, have Jokic join Luka in LA, and then have them pull a Darko and let them drink and smoke cigs at practice and before a game. That would be funny. That would be funny. That'd be awesome. I'd pay to see that. I'd watch the 30 for 30. They'd probably win a chip.
Still.
Probably. Yeah. I'm not even joking. All right, what's next?
Who's next?
You know what's a good movie?
What?
Osmosis Jones. You know a lot of people haven't seen that movie. Nick, have you seen that movie?
It's a good movie. It's not bad.
Justin's never seen. Dude, that's.
I don't think I have.
Ozzy
Maybe more of a
Hendrix.
cult classic.
What's this? How does the song go?
Who's the lead actor?
Will
It's
Smith.
like Chris Tucker. It's not Will Smith.
It might be
I thought it was
Tucker.
Chris Rock.
It's
It
Chris
might
Rock.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the
My whole
Chris's.
life, I confused Chris Tucker and Chris Rock.
Will Smith slapped him so hard he got his acting credit.
Yeah, it's Chris
too.
Rock. Lawrence Fishburne, Bill Murray.
Yeah. Not a great movie.
What's the song though?
No clue.
Does Will Smith do the song?
Did you see that in school? Because that's
I think it's
how
like
I
another
saw it.
fish movie. Will Smith is a
Oh yeah,
dog
Shark
ass
Tale.
fi- yeah,
Shark Tale.
It's a dog ass movie.
That's a great movie.
It was sweet. And
When the
fish is kind of hot.
the fish is hot. I'll definitely bang the fish
Yeah.
from Shark Tale.
Very
I think it's
seductive
Angelina
fish.
Jolie too.
Yeah, it is.
And dude, the shrimp.
Fish fan.
Fish fan.
Hell
Shout
yeah.
out. Yeah, it's where he got Lake AIDS from. We already read the super chat, but appreciate you, Nick. Oh fuck, what was before Lake AIDS? I was gonna say something else about banging a fish. No, about the movie Shark Tale when they're like the sharks are eating dinner at the like Italian restaurant, and the fucking little shrimp is like pleading for its life. It's like, my sister just came in from out of town, and I haven't anywhere to replace her, and I'm just trying to snip her to my house, and it really worked out because she lost her job over there. And he like this little shrimp just keeps talking, and the shark's like looking at him the whole time. It's a funny scene. You don't remember that scene? No? I got a weird memory with like TV shows and movies and shit.
It's all good.
All right, let's go to break.
We forgive you for that one.
Oh yeah, that is about yeah.
Is that all right? Is that hoe to the audience or no?
No, I think,
No, you
I
guys
think
gave
they
them-
know what they signed up for. They know the roller coaster they're on.
Also,
at this
you guys
point.
gave him extra on the lean time. So
We did give him
0-6.
extra lean time.
We
You're
gave him
correct.
extra lean time.
You're correct.
Played a great interview.
Did Spenny just say he would bang a fish? I would absolutely bang that fish, dude. Like, for sure.
Somebody
Oh,
please
is
clip that.
that-
Somebody
oh.
please clip that.
Dude, the fucking
Tag me on Twitter,
the
please.
fish from Shark Tale
Screen recording
with
crappie.
I'm pretty sure it's Angelina Jolie.
Did
fishing with a
Angelina
different
Jolie play
rod,
the
if you
fish?
know
I
what
think
I'm
she's
saying.
above that.
Huh?
I think she's above that.
Will Smith was
Are
in
we
it.
sure it was her?
Shark Tale. Let's see it. Shark Tale cast. Robert
Scarlett
Angelina Jolie plays Lola.
Wow.
There's another fish too.
She is so hot. You want to talk about like a
Jolie?
like a Hollywood vixen or whatever.
Scarlett
whatever.
Johansson
The fish?
played an AI in her.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm sending a picture of this
She did something
badass
else too.
fish.
She played the voice of Snake and
It's
Underwood.
You pulled that up pretty quick.
This fine ass fish, bro. I'm young, black, and rich. You telling me you wouldn't bang this fish, Easy?
Let's get it on the screen.
I'm with you.
Oh, okay.
I think I started you just
You the first fish.
you specified. You know, yours is way more clippable.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So make sure you guys want to clip
I'll
that.
put it in the heavyweights chat.
I got it.
You guys ever
moron.
seen the epic movie Edward Penis Hands? No.
Okay.
No relation.
Have
No,
not
we're
seen it. Are you
Do you want
guys?
to come back to the
Because-
fish or
I think we should
fishing
just
out?
show the fish and then we
Show
should get over it.
Yeah, true. Because we started.
Play
The fish.
it.
Yeah, we got fish on the brain right now.
You're correct.
Have you guys seen the new Jurassic
This is
Park?
Spencer's crush.
I bang this fish. You're telling me you wouldn't bang that fish, dude? What are you talking about?
It stays up there until you
Come
say
on.
yes.
She's got the DSL.
Wait.
She's got the makeup on, and she's
It ain't me. You need to convince.
And she's Nick. Would you bang that fish?
laying it down. That's what that means.
That's laying her on the bed.
That's laying it down.
And
All
she's
right.
voiced by Angelina Jolie. Come on.
Yeah, I'd probably just off that. To be honest with you. Talk about Vin Johnson. If you get caught banging a fish, you'll probably go to jail somehow.
Can't be legal. There's no rules.
Can't be
There's
illegal
no
to bang a
rules
fish.
against Pokemon, Batman.
If you've got a crisis, let Ven point the way. Step 1, verify with details and photos. Step 2, engage your attorney. Step 3, notify your insurance provider. Get justice with Ven Johnson Law.
Hey, it's Stick from Woodward Sports. I'm out here at the Feldman shop, of course, you know, because they are #1 people. And the Ineos Grenadier, that's the new car that they got. But I got my man here, the Sun God. I'm not lying. His name is Amon-Ra.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He sold me a car.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? Come see us out here, baby. We in Waterford. We got the pre-owns all day. We got the Grenadiers, and we got new Chevys all day. Whatever you need, we got you.
Yeah, and I went with this one. I like it. 2023 Durango. It's used. Only got like 30,000 miles on it. And this guy, man, I was like, listen, this is my price. You either make it happen or I'm out of here.
Easy.
You know what he did? Went to his boss. He's like, I'm making this happen for this guy. Came
Yes,
back,
sir.
threw the contract on the table. Now I'm in the whip.
Yes, sir. Sign, drive, 0 down, easy money all day.
All right, Feldman, what's the address here? Do you know?
5300 Highland Road, Waterford, Michigan, 48327. Open until 6 o'clock every weekday except 9 o'clock on Mondays and Thursdays. It's 4 o'clock on Saturdays. Only day we're not here for you is Sunday. Every other day we're here to get it done, baby.
And his legit name is Amon-Ra. I'm not
Sir,
lying. It
yes,
was
sir.
destined. It was meant to be. Woodward Sports found this guy. So
Exactly.
thank you very much, man. Enjoying the car, and the kid likes it too. It's nice and safe.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. Like I said, open 7 days a week. You can get a hot leather neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all that wrapped into one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
What up, though? Welcome back to What Avoids Live on sports.com. Me, Joe, my Spimo Reaction, Chris, Nicholas Koloff, Justin in the building as well. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. I promise you guys some Detroit Lions stuff. We're getting Detroit Lions stuff, and then we'll get into Tiger stuff. We will at some point.
Come on.
And Pistons.
No, we're not.
We got some cuts from Kool-Aid.
I'll let you. I think there's some interesting stuff in the Pistons stuff.
We got some
Yeah.
Kool-Aid
How many
cuts of Trajan Langdon that we're gonna get into later.
Did we? You got
Well,
some
first,
cuts?
Shark
Yeah,
Tale.
that's what Chris said. He better not have lied to me.
What?
You got
said
some
we got
cuts?
from
Yeah.
Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, we got 3 clips from Kool-Aid.
Nice.
Ready to go whenever. Right now? You ready right now?
No.
Relax.
Right, just said.
Relax.
We talking Tigers?
Okay, here we go. First
You
clip.
relax too.
We got more Lions.
More Lions.
I got a couple of crazy questions to
Whoa,
pose
Nick's
about this.
crazy zany question.
What kind of questions?
You'll have
For
to
what?
wait for it.
About
I
the
just
Tigers?
Cooked them up about the Tigers, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Who do you
Trying
want
to-
to trade for the deadline?
Trying to spice them up
Oh,
so we can
I
talk.
mean, there is a crazy trade deadline deal that we can bring up if you guys want to hear about it, but no.
Should we go to the people? A little
Always.
chat poll.
We can wait.
People
Thanks,
always
wait.
decide.
And then we'll do
Okay.
baseball, and then we'll do basketball.
There is a very stressful question that we did not want to answer yesterday. This is probably my
Oh,
biggest
this one?
reason. No, we can. But this is my biggest reason why it's a stressful question. They ranked the top offensive lines, PFF. It's a PFF list, I will say.
Oh, it's interesting.
But it is the first time, and it feels like 3 to 5 years, the Detroit Lions were not in the top 10 at all. They weren't. The bottom of it, brother, they don't show up on this list until 13.
Just out of the top 10. Almost middle of the pack offensive line is what they're saying.
I feel a lot of what made us us, though, was that offensive line.
Absolutely.
I think the players would tell you that. As a matter of fact, we've had a player in here,
Yeah.
Allen Robinson. We asked him about the Ben Johnson stuff. Give a fuck about Ben Johnson. Frank
Frank-
Ragnow.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna hurt you. Brad Holmes on there with the Green Light Podcast with Chris Long. The Ben thing is what it is. Shout out.
Damn it, Steve.
Damn it, Steve.
You're going to give somebody a fucking bald spot, dude.
And then it's him swiping the ball spot.
Yeah.
Brad Holmes in the Green Light Podcast with Chris Long also said Frank Ragnow something they're kind of freaking out over a little bit. Brad made it sound more, I don't know,
Okay.
anxious. Made me more anxious than I wanted to be.
How did he say it? You got it?
No, I don't, but I can
God
at some
damn
point.
it.
Yeah.
What did he say?
But basically, he was just saying like, it's a problem, like it's something they need to fix. His post draft, by the way, too. Like, already had made the draft picks. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of just it's just a crazy
crashing out.
world, a different world. Not yet.
Over a PFS list.
Not a PFF list. It's just like this. Usually we bitch about this, like, oh, that should be here, it should be there. Right now, I have nothing to stand on with making a statement like that.
Do you believe that?
Do you think they're still top 10?
Yeah. I do. I think you have a top five tackle pairing in the NFL. I think that makes you a top 10 offensive line.
You want to read the blurb?
Yeah. The blurb.
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 Perhaps no unit is expected to drop off more in 2025 than the Lions' offensive line.
Yikes.
The perennial top 10 unit.
That's not good. Fuck you, PFF.
The perennial
Drop these
top
nuts
10
off in
unit.
your mouth, fucker.
The perennial top 10 unit endured several changes this offseason, losing Frank Ragnow and Kevin Zeitler to retirement and free agency, respectively.
Respectfully.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Christian Mahogany, a 2024 sixth-round pick, is slated to start one guard spot, and a rookie will likely take the other guard role. Detroit still boasts arguably the best run-blocking right tackle in the league in Penei Sewell.
Arguably.
But the interior, because what do you mean arguably?
Inarguably.
Did you not just go through a whole thing? I guess I took the blunt of it.
Inarguably the best run-blocking tackle in the league. Inarguably.
But the interior might still hold this unit back. And he said they might. He's not saying it will for sure.
Yes.
And that's legit.
That is legit. That is a legit concern. I'm not as concerned with it because I have faith in what I've seen in Christian Mahogany that he's going to be a good guy going forward. That he's going to be he's a good guy, good dude going forward. No, that he's going to be a very good guard in the future and even right now. I think he's ready for it. Like I said, I think you have a top 5 tackle pairing in the NFL. And that puts your offensive line in the top 10 if you are me. I think Graham Glasgow is an above-average center. I don't think he's a bad center by any means. I think he was dealing with injury last year. Mm-hmm. And I really think the one question mark you have is Tate Ratledge. If he can step in here and be an above-average guard from day one, which I don't think is asking a lot out of a guy of his caliber and a guy of his pedigree, then you have a top 10 offensive line right there. Because I do believe Graham Glasgow is better than a lot of players at the center position. And I think he was playing with some injuries last year, and that's why he looked bad in those last couple games, because he was real banged up. But is it a concern? Yeah, it should be a concern. You lost 2 all-pro level players when you look at Kevin Zeitler and Frank Ragnow. But I think with having the best or the second best or wherever you want to put him offensive line coach in the world in Hank Fraley, that's going to help a lot. Bringing in real blue chip level draft picks is going to help a lot. Having a guy in Graham Glasgow that's been here and can help these guys get used to it and knows the system, knows the calls, knows the schemes, knows golf, that is going to help. It's not like you're going to a rookie center. You're going to a guy that's been there and is comfortable. So is it going to be bad, or is it going to be as good as it was last year? No, obviously not, but I don't think they're going to be out of the top 10. I think they'll be a top 10 unit.
Shout out to Sound Kayak, says they're going to have to prove it. Shout out to Chuck Brewer, essentially the same thing you said. How can you rank an OL when 2 stars haven't taken a snap yet? But we are top 10. But he says, bet we're top 10.
I would say only one starter on this team is not taking a snap yet. Christian Mahogany's played games at guard in the NFL, and he looked good. Albeit he was playing next to Frank Ragnow, so that definitely helps a little bit. But he's still shown that he could play guard at a high level in the NFL already on tape. So I'm not as worried about him. Yeah, I synced it. Shout out Pineapple Express. Tate Ratledge has not taken a snap. So, yeah, you don't know what he's going to be. But I'm pretty comfortable in saying that he is going to be an above-average guard pretty much immediately.
And the thing about Tate, when Brad drafted him, this wasn't a guy that played 3 years in college. You're getting this guy that's not developed at all. This dude's 24 years old.
Yes.
You took him in the second round. He was in college for 5 years at one of the best programs in college. I'm expecting Tate to hit the ground running for this team and to be a starter right away and to honestly be a quality starter. I don't know if that's a hot take by me, but he has to be. You just had a borderline Hall of Fame center retire, and even if they can say it was expected, this guy has huge shoes to fill. Tate does, even if it's not at center. It's just in the interior of this offensive line. The 6th rounder in Mahogany does scare me, not being next to Frank. And then we have an aging vet who took a step back last season. I think that's just a fact.
I think they still run the football. I'm not so much concerned with that. But when I think back outside of, and I look back at that today too, by the way, Jared Goff's game against the Seahawks, underrated game of all time. That's a crazy-ass game.
Oh, yeah.
As a human being. Insane. I'm not going to give you the stats because I want to do a whole social video on it. But, the 18 for 18 part of it, I'll say it. And then the touchdown itself, that's amazing. But outside of that game, Graham Glasgow starts. When I think of Jared Goff's worst starts, he typically has been the center.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the injury stuff, I fully agree. I think what we saw last year, part of it was due to injury. However, when you get older,
injuries add up.
Yes, and that's half the reason. That is the reason.
That's the whole reason.
Frank Ragnow retired.
Yes.
I think Tate Ratledge step in, and I definitely think he'll run block for damn sure. Pass block, we got to see. Mahogany, I'm with you. I really, really liked what I saw.
Yeah.
I got so excited. I went and I clipped it. That thing, I appreciate you sometimes, Twitter, because I did put an offensive lineman video out there. Got 1 million views.
Yeah.
For a rookie offensive lineman. Christian Mahogany's got that aura, I guess, but it's questions. It's questions, and I can't say anything for certain right now.
Yeah, there are questions there for sure. You got a lot of young players that you're relying on, but I believe in them.
And an old one.
And maybe that's and an old one. And like I said, I believe
it may, and then we talked about too, it may take a few weeks to work its way out.
Justin's looking for some beads in the massage chair right now.
Shaking his head. It's only you do it. Actually, I think I left at Chris too.
Yeah, I have faith in these guys. I do. Is it going to take a little bit of time for them to get cohesive?
That's what I was getting ready to say.
For sure. We've already talked about that. The pass blocking might not look great to start the year, but once they get everything down, they're grown men. They know what they're doing. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything we've been saying with
everything's going to come to an end eventually. Obviously, we thought we were going to get a little bit more out of Frank, but it's what happens. I believe Tate Ratledge is going to be your center of the future. just like Frank did. Year one, you're going to put him at guard, let him learn the offense, let him learn the signals, and then start him at center the next year.
I'm going to give it to like 8 games. So I feel like I can have like a true opinion on the offensive line. But also, unless they're like just dominant out the gate, I'm submit. Like
I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be pretty dominant run blocking.
Or at least if they give me 3 in a row,
Like I think we're going to see. No disrespect to Graham Glasgow and Frank Ragnow, but having youth and athleticism like Tate Ratledge and Christian Mahogany at guard for Hank Fraley in this run offense, I think we're going to see a lot of that. I think we're going to see a lot of. You're going to see Penny Sewell and Christian Mahogany pulling in front of a Jahmyr Gibbs or somebody, because all of those guys are extremely athletic and they can all get out in front of Spate when you look at Tate and Christian and obviously Penny. So
like a toss out there with Tate and Penny on the right side would be insane. If you
just let them two drop, do a quick little flare screen over there, have those two leading the way.
So everyone's under the understanding, or everyone has an understanding that this team's still going to be good. Like, that's not what anybody's saying
Correct.
here. But the question is it taking so big of a step back? Does it hold this team back, that being the Detroit Lions, from getting to the Super Bowl?
No.
Well, I guess we'll do that question next. But Feist. We got to tell you guys about the Mad Picks.
Mad Picks. Get your Mad Picks here. Mad Picks. Get your Mad Picks here. Go to getmadpicks.com. You can find them at a dispensary near you. They're going to be in a ton of more dispensaries very soon. Go to getmadpacks.com. You got the Blizzard Packs, THC, Moon Rocks, high-low infused pre-rolls, Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, and just the regular old flower that they got. The Cherry Runs is nice. Check it out. Go to getmadpacks.com.
Detroit sports fan, Woodward Sports is here to give you all the Detroit sports you can handle. Weekdays, make sure you're locked in on Wake Up Woodward from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Followed by Big D Energy with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty from 11 a.m. to 1. Up next, you can't miss Ermanni and Edwards with Maz from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finish the day out with the bad boys of Detroit sports media, the Woodward Heavyweights, from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, wait, that isn't enough for you, you sports freak? Check out Woodward Wings, Woodward Ringside, and the Lions Weekly Update every Sunday with Broder, Terry Foster, and Sean Beligian. Subscribe on YouTube for all our great content, and make sure you're following on all social media: X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You want sports? We got you covered. Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeffrey S. Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. And join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays on Edwards. Call him at 24426-9944 or visit him at MichiganSportsAndSpine.com. I'd sport her spine.
Man, that's one you slut out.
That's one.
Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I am Eazy, joined by a Spin Morex. I don't want to do this question. I'm not ready for this question. I kind of don't want to do this question.
All right. We don't got to do the question.
Special guest.
We don't got to do the question.
Tigers.
But we tease it.
Pistons.
Lions, baby.
Is that what you want?
Here we go.
No,
Pistons.
I'm ready to talk Tigers whenever.
Tigers.
This
The
is
other
a
Lions is the question.
heavyweight question.
Heavy.
Do you believe the Detroit Lions will win the Super Bowl
Yes.
this year?
Maybe not. You want to break me down? I'm scared, all right? No, I don't think they have a good as chance of winning the Super Bowl this year as they did last year. I don't think that's crazy to say. If I realistically could only pick one team in the league to win the Super Bowl, I don't think the Lions would be in my top 3.
I'm with you. That's why I've been avoiding this question for it feels like a week now, but
that's just this year. You got some learning to do, man. You got new coordinators. You got a new offensive line. You got injuries that you're getting guys back from, and
which plays a factor too is move forward. Like
I think they have just as good a chance as anybody else. Like if you put a gun to my head and say pick one team to win the Super Bowl, I'd probably say the Chiefs, just because Patrick Mahomes. But I mean, do you think the Lions can win the Super Bowl? Do you think the Ravens can win the Super Bowl? Do you think sure, I could see it happening.
Yeah.
Am I going to put my mortgage on the Lions to win the Super Bowl this year? No. I was willing to do that last year, and obviously the injuries happened, and that was derailed. So, no, I'm
same thing.
I think they're going to win a Super Bowl with this regime. I think Jared Goff will win a Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions. I do.
No, he doesn't.
If you put a gun to my head and told me if they win the Super Bowl, I would say no. I would say no, they're not going to this year.
June 22nd last year, I told you guys, and I'm the guy who said I don't think they could do it with Jared Goff. I think they were going to do it last year. Like, spending was mere mortgage on it. I was there last year. This year, I'm not. I can't. I want to see it in action.
Gotta stay healthy. Staying healthy is the biggest one.
It's got nothing to do with the schedule either. I don't want people to say, it has nothing to do.
No, you can beat anybody if you bring your best on any given day. The Lions can beat any other team in the league. Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter Chiefs, Ravens, whoever. If you bring your best, you're talented enough. You have good enough players. You have a good enough roster to beat anybody playing your best if you're healthy. I think they can overcome the drop off in play from their offensive line with the sheer talent of their roster.
Oh, it's interesting.
But they gotta stay healthy, man. You have to fucking stay healthy. The reason the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year was not because Saquon Barkley was a god or because their coordinators finally put it together, because they had 21 of 22 day one starters playing in that Super Bowl. If you tell me right now the Detroit Lions will have 21 of 22 day one starters, and including Ali McNeil to be the one that wasn't the day one starter, healthy in the playoffs, I'd say they'd win the Super Bowl. But I can't. I'm scared of injury now.
I'm scared.
I'm fucking gun shy of injury. That shit makes me real nervous.
I'm even beyond injury, man. I'm like, if I have to go through the Philadelphia Eagles to go to the Super Bowl, and I watch what they did to the Super Bowl champion reigning Chiefs back to back with Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, and I have questions about my interior offensive line specifically.
Yeah.
But
you also look at
I got to see it in action to get comfortable with it.
You look at what the Rams did to the Eagles, and they should have beat them if it wasn't for Kyron Williams. You beat the Rams the last 2 times you played them.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I know matchups make fights, but
styles make matchups.
I think the Lions can go bang for bang with the Eagles. I do. I just do.
The
and
Lions?
the defensive line is not with the Eagles. Yeah, if they're healthy, the Lions can go bang for bang with the Eagles. I don't think their defensive line is as deep as it was the past 2 years
against our offensive line as is right now.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I think you can overcompensate. So you think the Eagles are an insurmountable foe?
You got to see it right now. Yeah, I cannot say the Detroit Lions can go bang for bang with the Philadelphia Eagles right now, knowing their strength is the defensive line, specifically the interior. When we have complete question marks, specifically at the interior, and when JG does his worst, struggling at the interior, I can't. Say
I think they can game plan around it. I do. If it's really as bad as you expect it, I don't think it's going to be as bad as people are expecting it to be. I don't think it's going to be as good.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying you can't say we go bang for bang with the Philadelphia
I think
Eagles
you can
right
make up for it with it's not like the Rams had an elite interior offensive line last year. Their offensive line was not great. And obviously having Matt Stafford who can escape the pocket and make off-platform throws helps that. But if you know you're going up against the Eagles, you know their interior offensive line or defensive line is going to overwhelm yours. You can game plan around that, and I think with the level of playmaker you have on offense, you can out-scheme that lapse.
What makes our offense is its efficiency. It's very well regimented. That's
This
why
is a
Jared
new
Goff
offense.
had the best passing percentage he ever had in his career last year. They're all well within tune. That's not the situation right now. You cannot say they go bang for bang with the Philadelphia Eagles as is. Now, as the season goes on, once we see it, I get a little bit comfortable with it, probably get a little bit familiar with it, have a conversation like that. As of right now, no, I can't. And that's why, like you said, right now, gun in my head today, they're probably not the team I'm picking.
Look, I'm glad.
Doesn't mean it's not possible.
I'm glad that Spencer is saying that he might pick three other teams above the Lions right now, because I just looked it up, and 2 of the last 4 Super Bowl champions were the 4th highest odds or lower.
Oh,
and
shit.
you can actually, it was Tampa Bay, right? 2020. Yeah, Tampa Bay, and they were tied with 3 other teams, so they were anywhere from 3 to 6. So I mean, look, the Lions are in that range of teams that, like Spencer said, if things go right, this team can win. I would say that, yes, they had a better shot last year, but that doesn't mean that their shot this year is over. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, and we've seen that time and time again in the NFL, especially with the playoffs being one game. That one game was not a perfect encapsulation of Jared Goff, but yet that one game represents that entire season. So like that's just what it is. It's one game after one game after one game. I think the Lions will this year, they will be a team that is peaking right with their young offensive line, with the additions that they have. I would like to assume, I get it to be scared of the injury bug, but I would like to assume that this year the Lions, are going to be peaking instead of regressing at the time of the playoffs.
For sure. Like they're going to get better as it goes on. They're young guys. They're going to have to figure it out.
New coordinators, all of that, yeah.
So as much as I love what I saw Christian Mahogany, again, it was against the Chicago Bears. Yeah. I still like him a lot. I think Tate be able to run the ball. It's just the passing situation that we need to see. And that given specific scenario against the Eagles, not go big. But everybody else, we're there. Like we're a good team.
And I agree with Chris, and I agree with Runyon in here. He says right now is irrelevant. And I know what you're saying. Obviously, there are question marks.
And that's why I'm saying right now I wouldn't be able to say that.
I believe in the development of these kids, and I believe when we are at the spot where we would be seeing the Eagles, where you are, in the playoffs or in an NFC Championship game, and this line is battle-tested and cohesive by then, I still don't think they're going to be better than the Eagles' defensive line, but I think they'll be good enough for the rest of our team to make up for it. And if everybody's healthy, I like the Lions' odds.
Mm-hmm. Definitely something we have to figure out in season, and I'm here for it. I can't wait. And they report on the 19th. Hopefully get some of those guys in here before then, specifically some guys in the secondary. I'll let you guys coagulate on who.
I think you've seen this team bounce back from adversity time after time again. And if I had to bet on one team, am I picking the Lions? Is that the question right now, or is it will the Lions win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, like gun to your head. Who
wins
the Super Bowl this year? Are the Detroit Lions coming out of your mouth?
I'm probably picking one of the
AFC teams.
God, the Eagles are a powerhouse too. This question sucks.
Are the Lions?
No, I'm not picking the Lions.
Are the Lions? Are you picking a team ahead of the Lions in the NFC, not named the Eagles?
No, hell no. No, I mean I think it's the Eagles and the Ravens is where I lean. I think those are the 2 best teams in the NFL right now.
And then honestly, if I want to flirt with any other team in the NFC, I hate to say this, might be the Commanders. But again, I want to see. I think JD was phenomenal last year. I really do. And we're going to rank them today as well. I got to see his second year as well. The way I have reservations about my own team, I have reservations about JD as well. Let's see him do it again sophomore year. Do I think he will? Yes, but it's all something else you got to see. So right now, it really is just the Eagles and the NFC. But I'm not talking about winning the NFC. I'm talking about winning the Super.
Yeah,
and
that's
to
not
me,
the team
true.
that come to mind.
And they've clearly...
But if you get there, you got a 50-50 chance.
Mm-hmm.
And they clearly don't feel rushed to make some big move. And Brad Holmes knows that. So we're not saying anything, new that Brad Holmes probably wouldn't say. He's not jeopardizing everything to be all in this season, which he hasn't done, which me personally, I've wanted him to make some bigger moves at times.
Yeah.
He has chosen not to do that. He didn't want to upset the locker room, and he hasn't wanted to go out and get another big dog, big fish. And even if it is for a season, he hasn't chosen to do that.
Well, let's be fair, though. He did try to get Max Crosby. He did try to get Myles Garrett. They just weren't for sale. And
how's Hendrickson doing? Is he still? Is Hendrickson still pissed off in Cincy?
They're not getting him.
They're not getting him.
He wants a contract.
That's where I'm at with. I just don't believe they upgraded enough. They've just lost talent. When it comes down to Ragnow and all-pro center, 2 top-of-the-line coaches, coordinators, that is, and they lost to Darius Smith, as big or little as you think that it is. I believe it's a bigger loss than people are stating.
I want to reiterate something, too. Shout out to Sound Kayak in the Wood Sports chat. This is exactly how I feel, by the way, too. I am hyped for the season. It's nice to have a good team to watch. They're going to be good for a while with the youth. I'm excited for the challenge of these good games this season.
And this is where this team has performed at its best.
Yeah.
Is when their back's against the wall, when they don't have all the price, the hype, when teams are counting them out, when players or different media are counting them out. This has brought the best out of these guys in a lot of different situations.
And that's where you want to see them. If you truly think your team is the best, then you want to see them against the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, you do.
Then you want to see them against Joe Burrow. If you think they're going to win the Super Bowl, those are the teams you want to see them against. And then you truly find out where your team's at. One of my favorite games 2 years ago was the Cowboys game because they were the only game above 500 on our schedule for a minute. So I want to see where we're at. If we struggled, ball to me, without the fucking of the referee, we won that game. So then I knew, okay, our team's good. We got a legit team. This is the exact schedule I want. And as a fan, I'm all here for it.
Yeah.
This is simply a question of gun in the head
Tom
who wins
Izzo
Super Bowl
schedule.
this year. Yeah.
Get your licks in before the real games start.
Exactly.
If you predict the spread in Baltimore, Lions at Baltimore.
-6.5.
I was thinking at least 5.5.
Yeah.
Predict the spread, Lions at Philly.
-3.5.
3.5.
I'd probably go higher right now.
I'll probably go 4.5 for Baltimore. I'll go 4.5.
Oh, it's already up 4.5 for Baltimore, Justin?
No, he's just saying that's what he thinks it would be.
Oh.
I would probably go 4.5 for Baltimore, and then probably 3.5 for Philly.
Yeah, I'm excited for the season to see where our team is.
At Arrowhead, it's we have all.
And this is a projection of
-2.5.
And we know what Brad Holmes can do. This is also a projection of
I like our odds better.
when shit falls a little bit, can you rebuild it? Because if you continue rocking after all that shit like that, that's fire.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to break. Come back.
Tigers, Pistons.
Power rankings.
Let's do some Pistons. Let's do Pistons.
All right, bet.
And then we'll do Tigers, and then we'll wrap it up. Tell us about Caesars.
Caesar Sportsbook guy. Go see my guy, Mr. Caesar.
Shout out, Mr.
Down at the Caesar Sportsbook, CaesarSportsbook.com. Or scan the QR code. Just make sure on your first deposit, you guys use promo code Woodward1000. Get yourself up $2,000 back if your first bet loses. And bonus bets. It's Woodward1000 promo code for Caesar Sportsbook. If you have a gambling addiction, contact the Gambling Addiction Hotline.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got everybody.
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
Look, we are giving you the best Detroit sports content. Nobody does it better than Woodward Sports, so make sure you are following us everywhere Woodward Sports is at. YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch. Everywhere you get your Detroit sports content, Detroit Sports' #1 digital network, Woodward Sports, is there. So be sure to like, subscribe, and follow.
What up, welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on sports.com. Easy to by Small Action. Chris, Nicholas Koloff, Justin in the building as well. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Moving up football? Yeah, we'll save the draft or the rankings for like the last. Or if we're out of something. Because we can do that anytime. It's not time relevant. None of this is time relevant. People just wanted football. And we gave them it. If you guys want more football, make sure you express on the Woodward Sports Chat. Shout out to Justin coming through. All right. Chris, I'll let you take over. Let's do some basketball.
All right, man. Courtesy of Kool-Aid, Trajan Langdon spoke with the media today, as well as Chaz Lanier. Those were two separate things. We got a couple clips here. I think I'll start with this one, the one that's been the talk of the town, the belle of the ball, the trade exception that the Pistons got. And here is Trajan speaking on that trade exception that they just acquired in the Dennis Schroeder trade.
Sacramento will allow us different avenues to do things, whether that's now or later. We don't know, but we're not in a rush to fill the 14th. But I think we're excited about the rush we put together.
All right. What are you guys feeling about that?
I could not hear what the hell that guy just said.
So
why does he
he's not
speak
in a
so
rush.
quietly?
He does speak very quietly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the trade. Okay, I read what he said about that.
He's not in a rush to fill the 14th.
And,
yeah.
I mean, Chris, I know you teased a little bit yesterday, like a big move.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, but not right now.
Yeah.
You know, the deadline.
Well,
they have a year to use that trade exception. I think it's gonna happen at the deadline.
So they can't. To correct something I said yesterday, courtesy of the CBA, I was wrong. You can't aggregate a trade exception for salary. You can have multiple.
Let's get rid of the word
salaries in a
aggregate.
trade.
Let's speak English here.
Do you know what aggregate means or no? Are you just bullshitting me?
For the listeners.
Okay. For the listeners that don't know, aggregate means like you can't combine that with, so they can't combine that with Tobias Harris to get a $40 million player. You can have multiple salaries in a trade, but you can't aggregate it to get one player. So
What kind of asshole says aggregate? Say combine.
Bill Simmons for sure.
Yeah.
Aggregate doesn't mean combined either.
Oh yeah, wait, yeah, I totally misused that word. Actually, no, aggregate means some. Aggregate.
So you're
means
even
something
more
else.
of an asshole.
Yeah, no, actually, I am 100% wrong in that. Aggregate is not used. That aggregate means like you're farmed for news.
Aggregate a whole formed. Yeah. Oh, it is a whole formed by combining several.
Total of some
Okay,
of
so
individual parts combined to a whole.
So it's combining.
Okay.
Why
Okay,
don't you
cool.
say combine then?
It was funnier when he said, "Yeah, no." He's being.
I thought I was using it right. I instantly
you
second
did.
guessed
You
myself.
did. Like, come on, what are we saying aggregate?
That's
for?
the noun. The verb aggregate is what I thought about. That's like gathering.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Anyways,
farming terms.
Bottom
Simmons is a
line,
farmer.
Trajan now gave himself that flexibility to where you don't have to do it right now when this free agency class is not great. When all of the big names are off the board, you don't have to go out and spend that money to replace Dennis Schroeder right away. And this allowed them to operate as an over-the-cap team, which gave them extra benefits. So for me, it just increased flexibility, and that's all this offseason has been about for Trajan is flexibility for this team going forward.
Shane D says, "Quit aggregating me, Chris." No, but yeah,
You got me aggregated.
Got me aggregated for sure.
Tell me aggregated.
That's very good. I mean, it's just more flexibility.
Yeah.
To get more involved because, Shams talked about this is going to be the craziest, maybe we're seeing more stuff happening soon. Who knows? But the Pistons will have their hands in. And this is what they said was going to happen. This is what they said they wanted to do. And they're going to see what the young guys got.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up before we go to the
Power
next
friendship.
video.
Got me
Before
all
we go to the
aggravated.
next video, I'm glad you brought that up, Spencer, because that's a good point, too, is that now the Pistons, the Brooklyn Nets made that trade for Michael Porter Jr. and Terrence Mann, and they absolutely nuked their cap space. Now the Pistons can, for that next superstar that gets traded, say it's LeBron James, say it's Karl Anthony Towns, say one of these big moves happen now or at the deadline, you are looking at the Pistons definitely set up in prime position to be a third-party team in that trade. And we've all been saying that for years. The benefit of being the extra team in the trade is that you just get assets for it. So to me, it was an absolute smart move. And Trajan used a second-round pick. So that shows that he actually values this trade exception, that he does plan to use it. This isn't just going to be something that goes to the wayside. I expect him to use it either now or at the deadline.
Cartier says we went from hyping Malik Monk to hyping trade exception. When will the slappiness stop? What do you?
I wouldn't say that's
I don't
slappy.
understand
I'd
what
say
you-
that's that's two different things, and you're looking at two different things.
But also just genuine statements like Malik Monk. Yeah, I'm
cool player.
I'm here for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trade
But,
exception. They're gonna have to use it.
Yeah.
Like or it's nothing. They're gonna have to use it.
Yes.
So they'll probably get something back for that. So, yeah, I'm excited about the prospect of that. Especially knowing that, the East was open. It kind of still open, but we will want to get better. And I think it's going to happen at the deadline. They're going to have to use that trade exception to do that.
The segue
You're allowed
king.
to be excited for that.
The segue king, because here he is speaking about his chances to compete, how he feels about the Pistons next season.
I think we have a chance to compete next year. So when you say representative, I think the main thing that for us is continuing to let these young guys develop, and they're in the gym and they're working their butt off. So our thing is, like I said, from initially in the summer, if they get better, we're going to get better. So it was still finding pieces to complement our young players and their growth and their ability to reach their potential. So obviously put people around that's going to continue to help Cade grow and develop as well. And I think with our 2 additions, we got bigger. We want to continue to put on guys that can play make a little bit, but also can shoot the ball. These 2 guys have postseason experience as well. So I think in a way that, we do get bigger. Will we be better? I'm not sure, but obviously that comes from, again, the growth of our young guys being in the gym and developing.
He says it all right there. He says everything that he's been saying all offseason, is that he has put all his eggs in the basket of this young team, and they will only go as far as the young talent is carrying them. He's going to definitely add supplemental pieces, and he has done that this offseason, like Duncan Robinson, like Karis LeVert. Those are guys that he believes supplement this core very well. But he is putting all the faith in these guys, and that's a smart thing to do because, look, you got to look at paying Jaden Ivey. You got to look at paying Jalen Duren. You got to look at paying Ausar. Like, you have to know if these guys can play together. Yeah. You have to know how well they fit your superstar, Cade Cunningham. You have to know. You have to build yourself a path. And Trajan is doing that with this team. So I like this approach. Yes, does that mean that we probably may not get off to the greatest start this season? Possibly.
This is what
we've
been saying,
This is what
man.
you need. You need this for the long run rather than just acquiring a bunch of talent now and not knowing how well you fit. You got robbed of that last year with Ivey's injury and Ausar's conditioning. Those 2 things absolutely robbed you of evaluating this talent, and now you're going to get to see with the full offseason what this team is, and we can finally answer the Ivey and Cade question. We can finally answer the Ausar question.
They have to do this.
We
they have to do this to make the right decision. You got to know, because you have young pieces that individually have the potential to be maybe something special together.
Yes.
You have to let that play out.
You need,
even if you wanted to move on from some of them right now, Jaden Ivey specifically, you can't get another form right now.
Not going to get.
He's coming off an injury,
and he's going to have to sign a big deal.
Like, he's not, like, we're comparing him to Malik Monk right now. Malik Monk, God bless him, not nothing special. No. But when that's a debate going on Twitter, like, he's got to prove something. You want to get something back from him. You have to let these guys hit the court, see if they're good individually enough to get some out of, or see if they fit together.
Yeah.
It's the only way to play your cards right, because if you're a little bit too early on any of it, you can fuck it all up.
You could. And they're going to make that decision. And I trust the guys that are going to make that decision when you look at Trajan Langdon, the people that he's put in power. You need to see it. You need to see what Ivey, Ausar, and Cade look like on the floor together for more than 4 games. You need to see what Ausar is going to look like after an offseason where he can actually practice and where he can actually be with Fred Vincent, and he's not worrying about living. Like, these were things that they had to worry about. And Jaden Ivey, you got to see what he looks like when he comes back. I don't expect him to have too many hiccups, but can he improve around the rim? Can he improve as a defender? These are important things that you're going to have to focus on next year. So, it's a trial run because they believe best case scenario, you've got 2 all-star level players that are going to develop in that next year. When you look at Ausar and Ivey, you want to see them perform, take that jump, perform at an all-star level. And if they get that, you're going to be one of the best teams in the East. And if not, they're probably going to make a move to bring in a guy at an all-star level.
Yeah.
And be happy that they got a trade exception to help him do that. Because say Jaden Ivey hits the floor, his trade value is going to be higher than it is right now today.
Yeah, and Chris does a great job. Great videos by Kool-Aid. Shout out to him.
We do have one more if we want to go over or come back to it, or we can save it. It is on Jaden Ivey.
We'll save it. We'll come back to Tigers because, aggregation is killing the chat right now.
Well, I want to hear the Ivy stuff. What do you say about Ivy?
They probably just said, we're going to see what he looks like. We got to see him out there. We got to see this young guy.
Is that what it was? The point guard talk?
I believe it had some of the point guard talk in it. I've seen multiple clips. I haven't get to Kool-Aid gave it to us live on air, so I didn't get a chance to hear what part he clipped.
Just want to knock it out real quick?
Yeah.
All right. So here is what he said on Jaden Ivey's return.
I think the one thing that does get lost in all this, to be honest with you, is J.I.'s return. I mean, a lot of people are saying who you fill and who you help, and these guys are exiting. I said, well, we have a pretty good free agent pickup in J.I., and so I think he's going to fill a lot of those point guard roles and playmaking roles, but Karras will fill in that loss of Dennis going away as well.
That is what they said. He basically said like I mean, look, it's clear as day. It's clear
Thanks,
as day.
bud.
Yeah, it's clear as day. Look, he
There's
believes
some stuff
that
to take
Ivy
away
is
from
going
that
to be
because
a
if he's
point guard.
playing point guard,
he is
Cade Cunningham's your starting point
he's
guard.
your backup
So either
point
is
guard.
Cade. You said it.
Yeah. That's what Jaden Ivey is. He's going to be your backup point guard. When Cade isn't on the floor playing point guard, it should be Jaden Ivey.
What I say in the chat today. Someone needs to let Jaden Ivey know he could become a legend coming off the bench and be the sixth man.
I don't know about
Lou
necessarily
Will
coming
specifically.
off the bench, but staggering their minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't
that alone.
necessarily mean he
either or. I'm cool with that.
I think
Yeah.
they're going to start the game together, but I think you stagger their minutes to when Cade Cunningham takes a break. Jaden Ivey runs the offense. You have Karis LeVert who could play both. He's a combo guard. So when he comes in, he can help Jaden Ivey shoulder the offense a little bit. And then when you flip Cade back, he can go more back to a 2 role. They've got a lot of flexibility, and they want to see a lot of different things.
Yeah, you have to see just everybody's skill set, and that's why I don't sleep on also Poinasar as well. I mean, we see his brother do it in Houston. This is something that they're definitely going to test drive.
And Runyon99 says you can move Cade around. You can, but you're not going to.
Yeah.
Because he's a superstar at point guard in the NBA.
Superstar, boy.
You're not moving Cade anywhere. People get moved around Cade.
If they could split their minutes, I think it could work.
That would be best. And I think they can. Teams do it all the time.
Yep.
So, we'll see. Let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the number 1 team in baseball, the Detroit Tigers. Nick's got some Detroit Tigers beat reporter Nick Koloff has some juicy Detroit Tiger stuff that he wants to share. Coming up next, so stay tuned. Tell your friends. Don't let us down. All of the segment riding on Nick. Pause.
But first,
speaking of riding,
speaking of juicy, how about a steak right here from Black Rock? Woodward Sports is heating things up with our sizzling new partner, Black Rock Bar and Grill, home of the steak on a stone, served on 755-degree volcanic rock. It's more than just a meal, it's an experience. And now they're cooking up their summer giveaway with prizes, all of that in one epic finale. They let us in on a little secret. The grand prize is 4 tickets to Detroit versus Chicago home football opener September 14th. That is the Black Rock giveaway, so stay tuned. The prize drop and entry period opens this coming Monday. You're not going to want to miss it right here at Woodward Sports.
Say that one more time. What's going on?
Home opener. Home opener September 14th. More news coming.
A home opener against the Bears.
4 tickets.
Opener. Can't say names.
Oh.
Football. Stay tuned.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Buddies! Pizza guys are putting you on game right now. They've been around since 1946, and it's been for a reason. They're some of the best Detroit-style pizza in the state of Michigan. If you haven't tried already, I'm telling you right now, promo code TimMeal. Do the pizza review. Send it in. We'll play it on this show.
Yeah.
Promo code TimMeal for Buddy's Pizza. Check it out.
We'll play your buddies' reviews.
Play your buddy's review. Rest
I'll
in peace,
review you,
Jack.
buddy.
Nick, what happened with Jack Flaherty during the break?
Yeah.
Oh, did something happen?
Something.
Blacked out.
Breaking news.
Yeah, I just blacked out in the booth here. Sorry. Jack Flaherty just gave up a home run.
First batter?
Second batter, and then he just had a wicked slider and struck out the 3-hitter. So.
All right, so
And we get good Jack.
Three
and we get bad
three
Jack.
strikeouts and a home run.
Good Jack, bad Jack. Yeah, I am. He's got to clean up these homers.
Hey, I mean, it's when you miss on pitches, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, so we saw.
I'm glad there was nobody on base. You can give
Exactly.
up all the solo, well, not all of them, but you can give up
A few a game.
a couple solo home runs a game, and it will not hurt you. So hopefully he locks in for the rest of the game.
The Dr. Mario, what are you talking about? Cade needs to be the 3.
Yeah, that's just.
And then you said he has 0 hand. What are you?
You just don't watch basketball.
Come on,
it's
Dr.
okay.
Mario.
It's
You
okay.
gotta be better.
He was hitting Loom Dispensary.
Gotta be better. I thought we didn't need a starter. You know, I thought I was an asshole for saying the Detroit Tigers need a starter. I was the dumbest baseball fan in the world.
Nitty gritty, I appreciate that, but I'm going to be working a lot.
That's racist.
Working a lot during the games this year.
Yeah. I mean, I like Reese Olson a lot. I mean, to me, it was all about health. I mean, I said I believe in Casey Mize, fellas. I asked you guys last week if you believe in Casey Mize as the number 2 starter, and then he goes into Cleveland, looks just absolutely dominant.
Where at?
Cleveland.
Oh.
Believeland. What? Oh, yeah. Well, to go along with the Rockies and Pittsburgh. Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't think your tweet was outrageous at all.
Yeah.
I don't. You're gonna get soft fans everywhere you go, and
Twitter's not a real place.
The
Full of
Tigers
cousins.
have a lot of soft fans because you can't critique the team at all, and that's why I'm gonna lead off this question for you guys. Zach McKinstry, borderline all-star.
Yeah,
he really is. Utility player, like,
absolutely.
Key. He's a really key piece to this team, but he is his best as a utility player. If this team can upgrade and trade Lorenzo for a Eugenio Suarez or an Alex Bregman, would you guys do so? Or does Zach McKinstry hold you back from making that trade?
Fuck no, Zach McKinstry doesn't hold you back from making that trade.
No.
Love you, Zach. Fire up chips. Like, great season so far. No, if you can get Eugenio Suarez or Alex Bregman, you absolutely do that. You can put Zach in right field. I would prefer Zach in right field because he's got the best arm on the team.
Just gunning people up down there.
Yeah, dude. I would, dude. I would fucking come if the Tigers got Eugenio Suarez.
I mean, the righty for sure. You need to.
He's got 30 bombs, dude. Like, bring him home.
And at this point,
It's actually home. Bring him home.
yeah, started his career here. And at this point, Parker Meadows and Matt Vierling need to step it up. Obviously, this team's still winning. It's not a big deal now, but in the playoffs, you need Parker Meadows to be on. You need Matt Vierling to be on.
Javi's taking your
and
spot, bud.
if they're not, exactly, you can make upgrades, and you should when you're this close to a World Series. And one of the reasons you're this close, fellas, is because you're starting. One of the reasons you're this close to a World Series is because you're starting second baseman, who's going to be starting in an All-Star game, Gleyber Torres.
Shout out Gleyber.
On this very own network, we had a longtime writer, Lynn Henning, talk about how it's almost a done deal that Gleyber Torres is a one and done in Detroit. I thought that was...
How many times do we got to teach you this lesson, old man?
I could see it.
I think that would be ridiculous.
I could absolutely see it.
You can see it.
It would hurt. It would suck.
You can see it,
but you
but
could see
after
it.
having maybe the best record in the MLB,
Am I
contending
mistaken?
for a World Series, fellas, in what world are you gonna let Gleyber Torres walk if you could just load up a 3-year deal for what, $25 a year? I don't care what the number is. Obviously, there's a number Chris Ilitch is willing to spend, but fellas, Gleyber Torres is a huge reason for the Detroit Tigers' success.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
I think he's a perfect guy to help all of the young guys come up.
Listen, right now you have an owner that
Was willing to spend $160+ million on a deal for Bregman. They didn't land him because the Boston Red Sox threw out a ridiculous more amount of money. $12 million more per year.
I could absolutely see Gleyber Torres going and signing a big deal somewhere else.
But should they let it happen?
No, they should
they should
re-sign
not.
Gleyber Torres.
This was at 30.
Yeah, he's not
28.
that. He's not old.
28.
He's not
Sign him.
old.
Just made his third All-Star game.
Just re-sign him. I'd sign him to a 3 to 4 year extension. Like, yeah.
The reason
doesn't
why I
need
could
his
see
speed.
him not doing it, cheap owner. And right now you have a homeless Colt Keith. You don't know what to do with this guy, game in, game out.
That's true. That's a good point.
And you signed him long
Can't play
term.
second either.
I know. And I'm with
Maybe
you.
he's the
I'm
DH
with you.
long term.
Could be
I don't-
DH long term. Very well could be. Fill in at first, fill in at second, fill in at third if
Third.
you need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could easily do that with Colt.
But right now he's already locked up. I can see him doing some.
But you
Dumb
can't have
shit.
two DHs on the same team. So, like,
Hammy is working out.
we'll see.
Hey, Kerry's made some strides out and right. It ain't great, but he's made some plays. Spenny, he has made plays.
He's made
Colt
the,
sucks
he's
infield
he's
too,
made the
man.
routine look exceptional. I'll say that.
Yeah,
He's made the routine look exceptional. I'm glad he's making the plays. He's putting an effort to make these plays, but the layouts and the jumps and the stuff that Carey those aren't the same diving plays that Parker Meadows or Riley Green make. I'll tell you that right now.
I think he fucked
Those
Parker
can of
Meadows up.
corn, those cans of corn that you got to go over there and get. But
Whose start was it when
I
I
don't
was
want
bitching
this
about?
to be a Carey hate segment. They're 11-3 without him in the lineup.
It was Tarek Skubal, and it was a
Dude.
blooper.
I saw that on Twitter.
He's hurt.
I know. I'm not actually using that as a stat. I just saw it on Twitter. I thought it was
That's a fun fact. DNC ENT says I thought Glaber being a one and done was a given. In what world are you inking Glaber and Skubal in the same year when we don't spend money, all caps?
That's true.
I just don't think that's
I don't think-
acceptable to bring in a guy who has helped this team and it helped maybe the biggest thing in Javier Baez.
Yep.
Make his turnaround.
That's where
What happens if Glaber leaves and Javier's just back to the shitter?
I hate these being around these whole lots.
I mean, seriously.
It's a very high possibility of that happening. And
The other thing too is you got so many young guys coming up.
you got young guys coming up.
Put
But you can afford to pay them. Yeah, fucking pay them. You got young guys coming up.
Exactly. Put Baez back in
Listen,
center.
listen. Them re-signing Skubal and re-signing Glaber Torres in the same year should not be like they
Crazy.
would never, that should be something they would easily do.
Yeah.
But is little Chris going to do it?
It's little Chris. Pizza.
Let's go to break. We'll come back. You got another question? You got any more questions?
Might save it for tomorrow.
Save them for tomorrow. We'll come back to mailbag. Tell us about White Claw.
If you guys want to join the heavyweights, make sure you do it for the last stop on our Tigers tour. Friday, July 11th, this Friday. We're going to be ripping the best shots. Just kidding. We're going to be drinking all of the White Claw on the Tigers tour. You guys know what it is. Ice cold White Claw with the heavyweights. It's going to be the biggest party downtown this Friday. Be part of the fun and come join us on the White Claw Tigers tour. Only at Second Best in Detroit. It's going to be an absolute party. Make sure you guys come join us. Last stop on tour. Brought to you by White Claw and Ben Johnson Law.
Are you a real Detroit sports fan? Woodward Sports is here to give you all the Detroit sports you can handle. Weekdays, make sure you're locked in on Wake Up Woodward from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Followed by Big D Energy with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty from 11 a.m. to 1. Up next, you can't miss Ermanni and Edwards with Maz from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finish the day out with the bad boys of Detroit sports media, the Woodward Heavyweights, from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, wait, that isn't enough for you, you sports freak? Check out Woodward Wings, Woodward Ringside, and the Lions Weekly Update every Sunday with Broder, Terry Foster, and Sean Baligian. Subscribe on YouTube for all our great content, and make sure you're following on all social media, X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You want sports? We got you covered. Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
At Gold Crown, concentrates are their bread and butter, crafting elite collab extracts since the caregiver days. Gold Crown partners with craft growers across Michigan to bring exclusive full-spectrum concentrates. Guys, I worked at a dispensary. If you're looking for concentrates, if you're looking for hash rosin, Gold Crown is one of the best brands to do it through. That's what they specialize in. I promise you, give them a try. They also got the new Gold Crown gummies coated in nerds.
Yeah, they're like the Nerds Bites, or what are they called?
I don't know. But they're in over 300 dispensaries statewide right now. All rise for the reign of Royal Highs with Gold Crown.
They're like the Nerds clusters. But,
oh, yes.
But weed version.
It's crazy, as big as I am, that's never been my bag, that kind of candy.
Sweet candy? Oh, I'm a big sweet
Hate it all.
I don't have a sweet tooth either.
I
like chocolate, I'm there for
Sour Patch Kids,
overrated
for sure. All the Harbro stuff, the Harbro Twin Cherries. Oh, so good. The Smurfs.
You ever had the sour cherries?
Mm-hmm. I'm a big peach ring guy. Yeah. Love peach rings. You don't like peach rings?
I think I've heard of those.
But be like $2 for $1 at a
I don't.
at a
Oh yeah. Orange, white.
Snag some one shot, Go.
Snag some shooters. Dump the peach rings in them.
I said during the break, the Detroit Tigers have to sign Scooter.
Yeah, they do.
I can't explain how fucking disgusted I would be if they don't. You have a guy that not only is the best at his position, but he fucks with the city. He puts on for the team, promotes the team. He just did an interview for Shine Nova the other day. ESPN. They asked him, "Hey, anything you want to promote while you're here? Yeah, go buy a ticket to the Tigers game." That's somebody. If you don't re-sign him, of all people, he's not a piece of shit. He's good in the locker room.
Bro.
He helps the young guys. You see him helping the young guys in the dugout, in the game. He's intuitive watching the game.
He's a Chad.
When he's on the mic talking about it with the guys, if that's the guy you don't re-sign, of all people, I'm disgusted. I'll be disgusted.
Shut up and take my money.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the guy you resign.
He's got to be the guy. Got to be the guy.
Jeez.
There's nobody else you should, come on.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Jack gave up guys on first and second, then got 2 guys out immediately. So
2 outs, 2 men
on? 2
on?
outs, 2 men on. This is a part.
Who's
Jack
up?
is flamed out.
What inning is it?
Top 2.
Okay. Did we get any hits? No.
1, 2, 3.
Yikes. Mailbag, Desert Island. Do you take Sydney Sweeney or a television with unlimited internet access?
Sydney Sweeney.
Television, for sure.
What am I taking? Hold on, what's the question?
Sydney Sweeney or a television with unlimited internet access?
Sydney Sweeney.
I don't think I'm taking a television.
Brother, I'm pounding that.
I get Sydney Sweeney.
And she's gonna help me get shit done.
Yeah, but what if she...
Come on, bitch! Help me get this fucking rap together.
What if she goes crazy and kills you?
I would beat the fuck out. What are you? You're like Sydney Sweeney kill you?
Well, she walks up on you sleeping with a sharp rock and sticks it in your head. What are you gonna do?
Still fuck though.
That's fair.
Still hit.
Still hit.
Fall in love, have kids, start a fam.
On a deserted island.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Sydney Sweeney.
You can get a TV.
Brother,
anywhere.
I will tattoo the instructions how to create a TV in my fucking arm right now. And I'll be ready for that one.
Straight Prison Break shit.
Shout out Prison Break. Shout out Michael Schofield.
Shout out
me and Babe.
Shout out T-Bag, dude. That's crazy.
Mailbag, what's the best type of barbecue? I say
no shout out for
Carolina
T-Bag.
barbecue.
No context behind it.
No.
Ryan's reaction, brother. I love you, brother. No fucking. That's not barbecue.
Carolina barbecue.
That's the shit where they put
It's
the.
oil. It's vinegar.
Yeah, no.
What? You guys at
Kansas
all
City.
right, chill. Carolina
will eat it.
barbecue's good out with ribs.
It's not better than Kansas City or Memphis or Texas.
Like
Or here.
Or yeah.
When I think barbecue, I think barbecue sauce.
Carolina's like vinegar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
Based.
that vinegar sauce. It's good with
Yeah, you're
ribs.
gross.
With ribs.
The only way.
Flaherty, ring 'em up, baby.
Strike out. Let's go.
Strike out,
We make them.
nah,
You gotta make them.
What?
You gotta make them. You'll convince
Yeah.
us.
I
I'll
picked
throw
up
down.
the actual sauce from Wood Pile.
Sean,
in Clawson.
next time
It's
Sean's
good.
doing a barbecue, we're all going.
All right. I'm
That
so down.
motherfucker throws down.
Oh, he does.
Speaking of throwing down, it's
By the
time
way,
to throw
no
down.
sides, all meat.
No sides, all meat.
All meat.
Yeah.
Craziest spread I've ever seen in my life.
It'll just be all meat. It'll be we got pulled pork, we got pulled chicken, we got sausages, we got ribs, we got wings. You got any
potatoes? Tomatoes?
Yeah, you got any potatoes? Nope, we got meat.
Bro, someone that's vegan comes there. It's just like we got a bunch.
You probably wouldn't even invite him over.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
yeah, he would not.
But no, that was fire.
That was the thing, actually. The vegan did not get invited.
That's
Oh,
wild.
yeah.
Here.
Officially with Javier Baez making
Check
the
it
All-Star
out.
game, Trey Sweeney got sent down. He got called back up. Pizza to Spenmo. Coming either Wednesday or Thursday. So
Wait, Sweeney got called back down?
He's back up, but the average bet that we made.
He did say he said he'd buy it when Trey Sweeney gets sent down.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting till the end of the
And
year.
then he got called back
Kudos
up.
to you. You had
and
to do
boom,
that.
boom. But
Yeah.
Had the good swing.
All right.
Home run off Cade Smith.
Yep. Mushrooms.
No. You're the only one who likes mushrooms.
It's my pizza.
I like
No.
mushrooms. I
No.
like mushrooms.
No, you can get just regular one. Honey
We'll
or
figure it
whatever.
out, yeah.
What I love the Woodward Sports Heavyweights because we love you, Ski Man.
We love you too, brother.
Shout out.
And we hope you made it out of the woods.
We do hope you made it
And
out
I'll
of the
never
woods.
forget the cat thrown up on your bed.
Yeah, the cat throwing up on your bed. Yeah.
That was legendary.
That was legendary.
Legendary time. Mailbag, should the Lions play their starters in the preseason?
Absolutely not.
No.
Why?
Hell no. What about the rookies?
What's
Rookies,
statement?
yes.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So maybe Tate only starter plays.
Or Tyleek.
My bank just emailed me Apple Pay is ready to use. I've been
Send me
using
my
it.
money.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's what I use every day. What are you talking
Well,
about?
that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button.
Hey, we got a good show coming tomorrow. A special guest coming at some point this week. I'm telling you guys.
Special guest that you
Big
guys.
name guy.
Yeah, you guys are going to be like, wow, you heavies, you did it again.
Probably our
Eazy-
best guest yet.
Probably. Actually, definitely.
For sure.
For Eazy, for Nick, for Chris, I am Spencer. We're the heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.